All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, if you could hit that number 1, please. Again, if you can hear me and if the mic sounds good, hit that number 1. John, Maddie, Kevin, Gregory. I always like to get 5 ones. Can we get one more here? One more 1. So Mario, Johnny, perfect. Elib, Arslan. All right, thank you, everybody. All right, for those of you that watch this in the archive, very quickly, thank you first off for watching this in the archive, but also to just be upfront. If you want to have something to continue watching the archive, this is totally viewer supported. And the way to support the stream is to save yourself some money by using code CLAY. That's all caps. So for any of these sorry, I got something on. I cannot see. I'm about to give myself. What is this? Kid grab it or something? So smudgy. Oh boy, that didn't really do much either. Something off. Anyways, we were off to a great start. But yeah, I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. But if you're with any of these prop firms and you want to, like I said, save yourself money, so whatever the current promotions are that any of these prop firms are running, code CLAY will give you that promotion. So you're saving yourself some money while at the same time helping to support a stream that you like and enjoy. Yeah, Ooh, I think a kid got their hands on them or something. Those things are brutal. Let me grab a brand new pair here that I had. This is going to be like high definition. Oh my, holy smokes. That is like, my life is high definition all of a sudden. Oh. All right. We'll go with these, try to keep them nice and crispy. But yes, let's get things. Sorry about that. I don't know why I wasn't just noticing. I don't know if it's a reflection from the camera or what, but that was weird. I hadn't noticed it until just now. But all right, everybody. Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, August 5th. The year is 2026. And okay, we're back. We are back. Great movement. None of this slow nonsense that we've had the past couple of days. Some very good movement. And I think probably some people maybe that got hypnotized yesterday that fell into the trap of, oh, buy the dip. Buy every dip. Dips go back up. Yesterday, that was so true for like 95% of the day. Yesterday was very unique, very wild in that sense. But if anybody, just generally speaking, I don't know if anybody here, but if anybody was ultimately hypnotized that like, oh yeah, just buy the, yeah, they, not the same today. So hopefully you're all doing decent. Hey, good morning, Larry. Going to be the biggest payout today. Nice. What pay? I mean, if you don't mind sharing, what's your new record payout? Another day, 150 away from buffer in first day, and once again, oh, 150. Oh man. Well, Franklin, I mean, you're right at that next hump, right? And I would assume at some point in your journey, the hump was like, I just got to get an account pass. I got to get, and now you're over that hump. Now, okay, I might do a short here. But regardless, sorry to hear that, but man, hopefully you take it as encouragement, but it really does sound like you're just got to clear that last little hurdle here. Nice job, Mitmont. Fantastic. $1,000 in a day. 1,056 actually. I mean, I still think this is good movement regardless. I mean, we are fluctuating 5-6 points relatively quickly, so what I mean by that is if you watch, like, these numbers are, I mean, you see how fast it went from 72 to 69, 76, 60s, just like that. So that's the type of movement that I mean. This is very, I like this movement. I'm not going to complain at all. I mean, we are moving, we're jumping around. It's not like we're putzing around 1 or 2 points like we were yesterday. And then, of course, yeah, maybe it might jump 4 or 5 points and then putz around at like 1 or 2 points. No, we're putzing around 4 or 5 points. That's what I like. Hey, good job, Maddie Dented. Well, not on the max lot. Well, yeah, on the past account, good job. Hesitation is a word for me today. I saw both moves. Yeah, sometimes. There we go. That's what I was. Okay, there we go. Now, try short here if it wants to come back down. Basically, have the bear flag right now. Broadly speaking. So if that red line turns blue, I'm in on the short side. See if we can get filled here. All right. Well, if it wants to just keep bouncing, then so be it. How are your days going though so far? Good, bad, terrible, great, passing account, balloon account. How are you guys' days going? Come on, chat, pick up the pace. Little too quiet too soon. I'm here to hang out. It's boring if nobody talks. But Clay, I'm trying. I never said it was irrational. I never said it was a reasonable complaint on my part. But it's a complaint nonetheless. Clay, I'm at work. My boss, I don't care. Never said it was rational. Say, boss, once. Oh, all right, never mind. Say, boss, 1 second, please. I need to talk here on this live stream. Up a couple hundred, down 700. No blown accounts, but not a good day. Took green to small. Clay, it popped up 10 points over my stop when I was shorting. Oh, slippage. Green, very good. Do I try a short here? Kind of stepping in front of, do I wait? Wait for it to come back down. Decisions. Ow. Right off of our good trusted friend, the 21 EMA. Look at that. Green, hey, nice job, Alfonso. Good job, Ronnie, getting that confidence back. Always a good thing. Always a good thing to be getting back into an uptrend when it comes to confidence. I got to be careful here because this is a sneaky fast day. I really like this as a short. It seems like a chase, but I want to press a button. Don't do it though. I wanted to press a button. I'll paper trade it. I would have gotten short like right, we'll call it right about there where the crosshair is. Right about there. I wanted to press it there. I really did. We'll see. I'll just play the what if game. Oh, all right. Well, that's good for my confidence at least. That's good for the confidence at least. Right off that lower line too. All right. You got to just take base hits, Z3. Take base hits. Wow. Hey, Niraj. I'm doing 2 micros, taking base hits. Very good. Well, at least you took the trade, Maddie. You could have been like me and just sat here with my thumb in my nose. Ugh. Man. Oh, my goodness. Just rubbing salt in the wound. Things seem so obvious in hindsight, don't they? This is my 20th year in the market, and nothing has changed. I can't say that my experience will therefore be your experience, but don't be shocked if, after you're in the market for 20 years or whatever, and then you still have this thing where you're like, man, what? It's so obvious right now, but it's just like, that's the power of hindsight. It's crazy how things become so obvious in hindsight. Hey, Ace Trades. I think this is a low, isn't it? Yeah, we got some lows over here. Could be an interesting long right there, right at 800. White line here is the low of the day. So still got a ways to go before the low of the day. Wouldn't mind trying to play a potential back test. If this one closes here and the next candle comes up here, maybe something like that. Back test of break, or okay. Okay. Maybe not. What is oil going up right now? Oil is not going up. All right. I didn't know if this was maybe. But yeah, actually, oil also with a red candle. So just red everywhere I look. Gold, red candle. What's ES? ES red candle. Red for everybody. There is no hiding. If you're in oil, you're red. Gold, you're red. ES, you're red. NQ, you're red. I would assume YM, you're also red. Oh, that always confused me. Yeah. You're calling this a pullback. I call, if it's an uptrend, I call these pullbacks. If it's a downtrend, I call these, any sort of upwards move bounces, right? Because then it could be a dead cat bounce. But I mean, nobody's wrong for calling it a pullback. It always just throws me off when people are like, "I'm waiting for the pullback." It's like, what are you talking about? We're in a downtrend. No, we're not going down that pathway again. No, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just saying. I've seen plenty of people call it a pullback in a downtrend. Um, it always takes me an extra mental step to be like, what are they talking about? We're in a downtrend. Oh, they just bought ES here for 15-point target or loss. Roger that, Yosef. Well, I was looking forward to play some sort of bounce here, short, but yeah, if that's all it's gonna bounce. But yeah, I really wonder how many people have lost accounts today because yesterday I hypnotized them so much into just buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip and hold. It'll come back up. Buy the dip and hold. It'll come back up. Buy the dip and hold. It'll come back up. Got to think that those people today are probably having a rough go at it. Hey, good morning, Jocko. We went from summer trading to February. Yeah, about time. This today feels like all of last week, like Monday through Friday last week. We're like this sort of environment, which I am so I'm. It's great to be. It's great to have you back. Monday and Tuesday they're pretty rough, even from a live stream perspective, pretty rough. That's why you guys are that much more important. To just kind of shoot the breeze in the chat box because when the price is like bouncing around in some 10-point channel for 14 hours, there's only so much I can commentate. But yeah, with action like this, I mean, it's easy to talk through things because there's always, I mean, there's actually movement, right? Hey, props. Oh crap. All right, this candle's almost done. So here's what I want to see. I want to see this candle close slightly below. Next candle, come up, bump its head, start to come back down. So we have less than 9 seconds. Come on, stay right about here. Okay, all right, all right, all right. No, go back. I think I get a little close. All right, whatever. I'm going to just do the back test. Nope. I'll get back up to the yellow line, brother. I should probably just be short right there. Okay, I'm short. I am short. Chased it a little bit and it's hesitating. And when I chase and it hesitates, I start cracking walnuts and I need to get out. That is a problem with chasing is if you want to chase, ideally the momentum continues very smoothly in your favor because if you chase and then it kind of putzes around, it might be a sign of, uh-oh, did I just get in at the end of the momentum? Even now, still kind of putzing around here. Had I gotten in up around here, then yeah, you have a lot more wiggle room. Like, okay, let me give it a chance. But when you chase, giving it a chance means if you're wrong, not good. But if you don't chase and you give it a chance and it comes back up, usually that means okay, you'll still be green, but just not as green. But when you chase like I did there, and the momentum stops because you're giving it a chance, yeah, it's not a good color red. Hey JJ, hey Mountain Homer. And that was the right decision as it's all right, here we go again. Maybe same setup. This candle's almost done moving around. Oh, Duck Soul. Oh, Duck Soul. Okay, right here. We have the trend line, we have the previous session closed, and the 21 EMA, all like right at that spot. Does that guarantee a rejection? It doesn't, but I'm certainly going to take a swing at it if it gets up there. This is what I call a Duck Soul trade. Again, there are no guarantees, but in my mind, this is certainly worth at least trying. Okay, I'm in. Oh, what was that? What are you doing, Tradovate? That, oh boy. That was a delayed entry. It's glitchy. I should probably be getting out, but. All right, that was better. That was better. That was quicker. Kind of freaked me out, though. Kind of. Oh, why? That was, if I'm honest, the fact that it glitched and then I canceled it and then waited more, that was a pretty bad trade all around. Because if you have Tradovate and you have experience with glitches, if the glitch shows up, you should probably just try to get yourself out like immediately. And I didn't do that. But the fact that the glitch had to show up. And then, like I said, let me be very clear. A Duck Soul trade is not guaranteed. But man, I am not shocked by this action right now. That does not catch me off guard. But it had to glitch. But, oh well. Hey, Evan Messi's back. You've been getting some hesitations too? All right, I'm going to try it again. I mean, this is already an amazing candle. Doesn't guarantee anything, but I'm going to take a swing at it. So red line entry, green line stop. This will be my first. No. Oh, oh, so close. Gold on a ripper today. A lot of stuff on a ripper today, so yeah. Even gold, yeah, gold moving around. Gold looks actually quite tradable today. Oh, I really kind of want to just get short here, but I'm going to stick with my trade plan. Nero took it. Good job. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'd really like to get short here. Kind of do like another miniature chaser, but if this momentum is just starting, that's not gonna look like much of a chase at all. Oh, do I do it? Need to pop up again before the short. Yeah, Evan, I do agree with that. I agree. I'm gonna look for it to pop back up again. Hindsight will be the judge on Evan and I. If it just keeps dropping, then Evan and myself will have to take the wall of shame in hindsight of why did we want it to pop back up? Why did we not just get short right here? But the people that are getting short right here, if it pops back up, they're going to have to take the walk of shame of, oh, why didn't I let it first pop back up? That's hindsight for you. Got one runner from 849. Nice. All right. Well, once again, I think I'm going to go back up to this area here. Need to return the 9 on the 5 minute. Yeah, I agree. There needs to be a pop up too. I don't use the 9, but we're in general agreement. Want to see it kind of give us a little miniature bounce here. Needs to. Oh, I already read that one. Breakthrough 800 retest, and we are set for a nice move down. So, are you short right now, Wiz of Oz? Or are you looking to get short at 800? So you're looking to get short at 800? And then where would your stop be? $820. Roger that. I appreciate it. Numbers are a good thing. That's a man of courage right there. Not hiding behind broad words, but he has given us definitions of words. 800 entry, 820 stop. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Maybe. I'm looking to get short at the red line. The red line turns blue. I'm in. This will be my first target that I'm going to get in a place, but I got to first get filled. I really don't like how it's hesitating now right below my entry. Makes me think I could probably get a little bit better of an entry. Unless it just rejects right off that 21 EMA again. 21 EMA is doing work. Dang it. Well, for those of you that just trust in the 21 EMA, yeah, I mean, if you got filled out a 68, went down, I mean, that's about 20-point profit window you could be working with right now for a scalpy scalp at least. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of this trend line now at this point. Key area of support right there, at least in my opinion. NQ build another trend line to the downside if it can break. That one right there, I'd assume you're talking about. Yeah, we basically have like a wedge right here. Had to cancel my order for now. Big green candle wiped away that upper wick. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that one trade plan as much now, given the formation of this candle here. So kind of back to the drawing board for me, and I'm glad I canceled that out because that would have been a losing trade. Potentially a short up around this area here, 9-10 or so. Good job to who was that? Wizard of Oz. Bearish minded, but he was waiting for 800, so never got confirmation, therefore never got short. So that can be the power of a confirmation entry. Hey, Jimmy. Missed my short. Oh, by 0.5. This orange line here is a previous session close. Just one of those areas that I found enough value in it to keep it on the chart. But even right here, you can see it's been acting as a resistance here in combination with the 21 EMA. If this is some sort of sideways range, we come back down here. I don't want to do that with 5. I'll go with 3 though. Okay, I'm in. Went with 3 instead of 5. So if this dumps, I'll be upset that I did that. But if it comes back up, I'll be very, very happy with myself. Took one out there. Let's get risk off the table. And I'll just follow it down with 2 here. So yeah, that was stupid. Why did I only do 3? I hate being responsible. Keep dumping it. All right, took me out there. Stop, Clay. I need it to go long. Well, you might get it here. But I don't know. I'm still thinking short up around here. Like maybe this is some sort of new... Is this going to be the kind of the range now? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Is this some kind of range that we're in the potentially early phases of? So everything looking at, some of you say, look, listen, Clay, trading's easy. Just trade the range. Okay, well, I'm going to try to trade the range. See if this is the top of the range up here. That was pretty dirty, though. That was looking very, very nice for the shorts. And then this candle right here. Well, I mean, on the bright side, at least these ranges are. I mean, this is still basically a 100 point range. There's a lot of wiggle room within 100 points. Now, a 10 point range, yeah, that's yeesh. But I'm not going to complain too much about a 50, 60, 70, 80 point range. Have I ever? No, what's trading the range? Could you explain that, Evan Messi? Never heard of. What's a range? I know what a rotation is, but what's a range? Oh, there it goes. Some interesting potential. I think we have some low, yeah. So interesting areas down here for potential long. Granted, that's still a ways away, but isn't that a small? Yeah, I think so. That sounds familiar. Cancel that. Oh, first. I'll click it just in case. I was like, wait, do I have an order out there somewhere? Range is where you ride horses. Oh, I thought it was where you practice your Second Amendment rights. True. Can be both. This yellow line, I think this is going to be pretty critical. I don't know what to think of it. I mean, I think it's a key area, but do I actually think it'll be a support in the sense it produces a bounce, or is it going to be kind of a support in the sense of it gives us our area of where the breakdown begins? So I do think this is important. I'm just not totally confident in what sense. Hey, good morning, Cam. Your line is pretty much the prior session close. This is? I thought this was a previous session close. Yeah, last close. I guess I'm not sure what line you're talking about, but yeah. For me, this orange line up here, not this 819. Yeah, I have the previous session close up here at 875. Well, no, it's not. There's yours is okay. Well, then the cash closes right here. I learned some new terminology today. The cash close. I don't know what the cash close even means, but the orange line is, I guess that should say the last cash close. So Tiki, whoever writes the Tiki indicator, there's a little update for you. You took that break short? Nice. I didn't have the heart to do it. It was kind of a lot of red. If you change that to session close, you'll find it more effective. I don't know. The orange line has led me to a lot of green trades since I've used it. So I'm going to stick with this orange line. Whatever the calculation is, it has led me to some nice trades since I've used it. Hey, what's up, Jimbo? Tiki. Like a tiki torch. So what actually is a tiki? Because there's a tiki hut too, right? Is a tiki? Well, yeah. What is a tiki? Does anybody actually know what a tiki is? Now that I think about it, like I've called things like, oh, it's a tiki hut or a tiki torch. Tiki is a stock. See, right now, Evan, I don't know if I can trust you or not because you are in kind of like troll mode, which is fine. I understand you're joking around, asking about asking if I've ever traded the range, and then what are the orange lines, and then you see that. So I right now I'm not quite sure. Is it a style? So this is the catch-22 with when you're kind of trolling and rage baiting a little bit. Is that I don't know if that's actually truth or not. So is TK? Oh, Shadashi! Wow, Doxo! People getting cooked. Tiki and then. Ooh, the rain is back. We're getting a lot of rain here today in Iowa. That's for sure. The bigger storms did go south, but we've been getting. Well, this is the rain that I was wondering. Does it ever happen in Iowa? And apparently it does. It's rare. Like my impressions. So yeah, actually coming up August 16th, I think. August 16th will be my family's 2-year anniversary of being in Iowa. So point being, we don't have like I didn't grow up here, but like it seems like, man, it's either not raining at all and it gets super dry, or if it does decide to rain, it's just like absolute downpours, like tsunami like conditions. Wait, a tsunami's a wave, isn't it? Anyways, rain's really hard, super hard. But today is actually like a steady rain. That's not like there's no massive winds. Yeah, there's like rumbling thunder, but nothing like crashes. It's not lightning every 2 seconds. So I guess it does rain like this. This is what I would call like an Ohio rain or a Michigan rain. So it does do like Ohio and Michigan rain. Monsoon, yeah. No, Michigan does not rain like the Great Plains. No. Or the Plain States. As somebody that's lived in Michigan for a long time, Michigan, it's not uncommon for it to just be a rainy day. In Iowa, there aren't necessarily rainy days. It's like either dirt, it's like super dry drought, or it's like a rainy 4 hours. But those 4 hours are just pure insanity. There's like no in between. Ohio, Michigan, a lot of in between rain. Same with when we lived in Kansas City. Like I still think Kansas, like storms out here. I don't know when things become out west, but I don't know. Maybe we'll call it west of the Mississippi. Like it's just a different level. I don't know. I don't know the science behind that. Maybe because growing up around the Great Lakes, through the Great Lakes, maybe temper down the storms a little bit. I don't know. But man, out here, it is just a different breed of storms. Yeah, I mean, it gets humid out here. It also gets humid in Ohio and Michigan, though. Again, I'm not saying it does. There are not intense storms in Ohio and Michigan. I'm just saying those seem to be less, and you seem to have way more kind of in between. Oh man, I do good at grinding up and then blow it on tilt every time. Yeah, tilts. It's a real thing. It is a real thing, and yeah, I wish I wish there was some sort of like one size fits all answer to it, but there's really not. I will just say this: at least you're tilting in prop firms. So sure, you've lost the account, all that sort of stuff, but at least you didn't go on tilt like I may or may not have done a couple times, maybe more than that over my 20-year career. Most of it being with my own funds. I assure you, and I know this doesn't really help a lot, but and maybe you've done this too, Dan. I'm not sure. I can't remember your history if you've traded your own funds, but yeah, going on tilt with your own funds, it is way worse than with a prop firm at least. Yeah, it might be the flatness. I'm not sure. Could be. I'm not. I don't understand necessarily. Well, I suppose that's probably why it's windier here, not as many trees, stuff like that. So maybe, but yeah, I'm not a meteorologist, but it does seem as though storms out here. If it's not a drought, it is just like severe threats for warning, hail, all sorts of stuff. Anyone else getting pauses during the stream? Probably not. I probably need to reboot my internet. I don't know if it is my internet or not, but my internet might be due for a reboot. How long do they last when that happens, Slay? By the way, this move here, pure insanity. Down here, any shorts that chased, absolutely cooked. Then, of course, anybody looking to try to buy at the overnight low, absolute tease. Okay, yeah, we're going to fill you. We're going to fill you. No, just kidding. Whee! Could just be your internet. Okay. Well, I mean, unfortunately, we've had a couple issues over the past, week. So I can't really say for sure. So to be fair, it might be something with mine. But I have not noticed any buffering on my end, so I'm thinking maybe it is. Oh, you don't use the overnight low? Yeah, I think enough. The reason why I did it is because there seems like so many people talk about it. So it's just like, okay, there's got to be like some self-fulfilling prophecies that happen with it. Which is why I think everybody should, within their multiple time frame analysis, should at least have the 5-minute time frame. 5 minutes seems kind of like a universal time frame. And the more universal something becomes, the more, self-fulfilling prophecies that you could expect around it. So yeah, Cam, I think excuse me, I'm sorry. I think you'll find some value in it. Ooh. Again, not a holy grail, but I think probably worth it. You're gonna come down through here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this line here. I think it served its purpose. That way we don't have. My rule is 3. I can never go more than 3, annotated lines. So I didn't necessarily have to delete that one out. But if I already had 2 lines, or I'm sorry, if I already had 3 lines and I want to add in another one, in my just kind of personal rule, I have to delete one of the other ones out because I don't want a bunch of clutter. Ooh, and the thunder rolls. Well, this will be a good test for the basement because it rained last week after the roof was done, and the basement was actually dry. So maybe it really was just as simple as holes in the roof or some things before we got the roof on. Water just eventually making its way all the way down to the basement. Because every time it would rain, basement would have, not a ton of water in it, but it'd be wet. So this will be a good test, though. Because we still don't have any gutters on it, though. But, yeah. I'll be curious going over there today to see if it's still dry or not. If there is some wetness, then I won't give up too much hope because, again, we don't have gutters up yet. Almost took a short. Sat out because it was a B-ish setup. Went straight to target price. Well, it's all right. It happens. And my bad news for you, Grant, is that that won't be the last time it's happened. There will be more of those in your future. Double bottom at 790. I don't know. You're not crazy. To try to play a bounce off there. I don't know if I'm going to join you, though. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, what a random degenerate plan that is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's tomorrow. All right, Evan, what's your deal today? You are trolling and rage baiting a little bit more than normal. What's going on? Talk to me. You having a bad day or what? Or I don't know, maybe you're in a really good mood. Good job, Grant. Well, yeah, I guess what I'm confused by that is usually people that just show up ask me that question. But you've been here since like the beginning. See, Evan, I'm telling you, this is the problem. When you rage bait and joke around too much, then I just start like everything gets muddied. Little man is amped for fishing. That was actually my daughter, but that's okay. My son, yeah, he has not hit that time of life yet, so yeah, we were supposed to go fishing yesterday with a buddy from church. He wasn't feeling well, so we pushed it back to Thursday. But I still took the kids over to the little pond just to check it out. It's a nice area, little park here. And then all of a sudden, my kids found a hook on the dock and some like tangled up string. And before I know it, my son's got a big stick. He's got it tied to the stick. All three of them are digging. And then they found like 3 worms. Now the hook was way too big for like the bluegill, so they were throwing it over. They're like, "We're getting nibbles, get nibbles!" But of course they'd pull it up and their worm was gone because obviously the little small ones were just pecking off a little bit. But it was fun to just watch their resourcefulness, like literally looking for people that do not pick up after themselves. So shame on the people that don't pick up their fishing stuff. But I guess thank you to them because my kids were able to do like 45 minutes of fishing. Yeah, he was, but the other ones are too. So I don't know. I assume that you had heard that. I didn't think the mic was that good to pick up the person talking in the background, but no, that was not my son's voice. But again, I think some of you are still here. Some when the trolls show up, you can always tell the people that if they were to ask me, they'd be like, oh, your daughter wants to go fish. It's like, no, that's he hasn't hit that time of his life yet. I hit the like button just because it's well, good, Rodney. I appreciate that. Hmm. Would be interested in a short up round here. Seems like you are going through some. See, that's I even right now I can't tell if are you still rage baiting or what. Like you're like gaslighting in a weird way. Like you're the one asking all these unserious things, and then when I'm confused if you're being serious or not, you're like, wait, what? All right, getting close to this area right here. Only bluegill, or they are. I think just not again. I don't know a whole lot about fish at all, but you could see like the fish coming up and pecking away, and to my untrained eye, pretty sure they were bluegill. But yeah, I don't think there's any sort of like monsters out there. I buy worms and my boys dig up worms because they say fish will like their. Nice. Nathan, I never got your link. Did you ever email me? I suppose in theory, let me check my spam folder real quick. There it is, right in the spam. I take that back. You sent it at 1:57. Right in the spam folder it is. All right, let me not let's see how to do it. This is not move inbox. Never yes. Never send messages from email addressed at yes, correct. All right, I did get it. Never mind. It did end up in my spam though. Hey, Connor. A lot of just congestion. We have previous highs. We have moving averages. We have the VWAP. Don't have too many middle fingers though. Middle finger up here, but I don't know why. Maybe because of the title of the email. I don't know. Is there some sort of built-in filter where they think that those sort of things are? I don't know. But I got it now. I got it. I'll take a look later on. Hey, Sean. Yeah, there are definitely some bigger moves here. Which one almost got this one right here? Thankfully, I okay, how do I want to structure it? Was I scared or was I cautious, or are they the same thing? I guess we won't go down that philosophical rabbit hole, but to make me sound more like a baller and more intelligent, I was cautious here. So had I been more aggressive, that's a cookable pullback right there. But that one actually turned out real well because after the craziness, obviously the big bounce right there. But yeah, that is the one move that stands out to me as the one that probably cooked a lot of people because I can see it. Think about yesterday. Yesterday, grind higher, grind higher, grind higher. Any pullbacks you buy because it'll just keep grinding higher. So I can see this right here starting to hypnotize people back in. All right, look at these. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Here's the grind. Okay, we're going down. Oh, crap. Yep, cooked, and then it went back up. So it's little things like that that are very, very cruel. Well, that short would have worked. There is no morning recap today. I only do a story time at 11 if there's something to learn, and 95 I don't care 90% of the time that's like when I'm cooking accounts or I'm having like. But if it's just like a type of day, then there's no. So the 11 a.m. story time is not daily. That's only when I think there's something that can be learned or something like that. So can you explain a diamond pattern? I cannot. I've never heard of a diamond pattern. Maybe I call it something different than a diamond pattern, but I've never heard of that before. Clay, are you going to try single stock futures? They're going to have to get more than 300 contracts. Last week, I heard the most popular one. What Intel had 300 contracts traded on it. So, no. Never heard of the hexagon pattern. Diamond pattern. Okay, well, there you go. Maybe Cam can explain it. Hey, AMS. Okay, hi and bye. Have a good one. Yeah, unless the commission structure, I just can't wrap my mind around how. I mean, they're going to have a different commission structure. That's all I can really think at the end of the day. They're just going to have to be, not have a whole lot of commissions because any other way, they don't make any sense to me at this moment in time for the market. But I mean, to make 20 cents per point, it's like, what? Zokru. Oh, you changed your name. Or are you somebody different? We have another Zokru around here. But thank you for using code Clay, regardless. Yeah. Now, if, 10 year, well, at this rate, 1 year from now, when the NQ is at 88,000, maybe nanos make more sense. Where like every candle is routinely 150 points. Like, okay, I can see nanos maybe starting to make more sense then. But yeah, at this rate, I don't see why MNQ, just even 1 or 2 MNQ, wouldn't be suitable enough. They make sense for swing traders in cash accounts. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Why? But how? How? I'm stupid at math. What's 100 points worth? So if 1 point is 20 cents, 100 points is $20. Is my math right there? So for if you get a 100 point score with 1 nano, is that $20? Or am I stupid? Or is that no? That's $20, right? Yeah, $20. So like even if you swing and like hit a banger 300 point swing trade, it's like $60 per contract. Like what are we doing here, folks? What are we doing? So am I stupid? Like even if you absolutely crush it, swing trade takes 4 days, and you get 1,000 points. That's $200 per contract, right? You get $200 for just nailing 1,000 point trade. I think that's right, Matt. I just don't see it right now. But yeah, we get the Q or the NQ up at over 50,000, and then each candle now routinely fluctuates 20, 30 points. I can see something like that start to make more sense. But yeah, I just don't think we're volatile enough. Well, no, that's again my style, John. This is what I'm trying to prove. My style is not nailing 1,000 point swing trades over 4 days. That's not my style. But even if I pretend that that is my style and I just nail a 1,000 point trade over 4 days, and that's $200. It just seems like, man, why not just do an MNQ for that 1,000 point trade? You know what I mean? Maybe they want people with not a lot of money to enter at $2,000. Yeah, there must be clearly there's a thesis behind it. I'm not sure what that is. I got $500 in 45 minutes held twice. Scalp. Yeah. Again, what John's just saying, like, well, for swing traders, it might make sense. Well, yeah, I mean, yes, agreed. I think we all would agree that there are reasons behind it. I think what most people are confused about is are those do those reasons make a lot of sense? I think that's the point of contention here. Not whether or not there are reasons. I think we all agree that there are reasons. That's not the point of contention. The point of contention and confusion is what actually do those reasons make any sense at all? I'm sure it's barrier to entry. Notice more people try. Yeah, maybe it is. I is it like their way of trying to get business back from the prop firms? Because right now, barrier to, I mean, that's one of the powerful thing about prop firms. Their barrier to entry is like $90. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit of tinfoil hat on my part. Is this them trying to push back, trying to um, regain business from prop firms? I don't know. Well, it might be correct, John. You are a man of confidence, but you are coming across as if you have inside sources that have told you, John, this is why. So it might be correct. It might also be wrong because I am purely speculating, as are you, John, unless you have like an inside source. Oh, do they have deals? Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Sounds like John might have us. I don't know, Slow Morrow. You might have to pick that one up with John because he said I was right. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, but the I don't know, but the so okay, maybe somebody can educate me on this, but like Trustpilot, by the way, is such an extortion site. It's crazy. Anyways, I won't go off on that rabbit hole. All these review sites, straight up extortionist. Anyways, how does that work? So like the test phase, you're in a simulator. You're yes, you pay commissions, but like it's in a simulator, so it's not actual commissions. Like what? I that's one part where I guess I've never really thought or studied it out. But I don't understand the whole like the commissions. Do they actually go to anybody? So I guess I don't understand. Slomaro, how is the platform necessarily profiting? Yeah, they're paying them for probably like per account, but are they really paying them like commission wise, like for every contract and stuff like that? I don't think so. No, I understand that, but I'm more so like the commissions. Like I understand there's a one time payment. Okay, I want this account, and within so like with Take Profit Trader, when you're paying that $100 for the 50K, within that's covering, because Take Profit Trader they're doing all their upfront costs, their overhead, blah blah blah, and then they're adding on their profit margin to it, and that's how they're arriving at their end cost. But like that's just a one time fee. Like I would think brokers want the people where they get those ongoing fees because they are making money from the commission. So that's where I'm not. So yes, prop firms are making, or the platforms are making money, but like I don't know. Fun to speculate. Maybe it's just where the money is. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. I am like I said. I am in pure speculation mode. I can't say that I understand every nook and cranny of the prop firm model and how they interact with the platforms themselves. Because Tradovate, you could totally open up a cash account with Tradovate or with Ninja Trader or stuff like that. Trying to double bottom. You're trying, or are you asking me if I'm trying? I'm taking that as a statement that you're trying to double bottom, or did you just forget the question mark? Because you didn't give any, you did not end with a period or a question mark. The English language. Okay. Gotcha. Isn't that weird? How had he just put in a little dot, or did he? No. Had he put in a little dot at the end of that sentence, I would have known, oh, that's a statement. Just a simple little dot. Language is kind of weird when you think about that. How a little dot can change so much about words. Again, John, that's one of those things where like, do you have? I'm not saying I don't believe you, but like, do you have a source for that? Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Multiple people also put out videos about Bigfoot. I don't know if that necessarily means Bigfoot is real. I think that's some sort of a logical fallacy of some sort. Lots of people do something, therefore that something is true. Okay. So if a PhD in mathematics puts out a video and says 5 + 5 = 11, that means it's true because a PhD in mathematics put out a video. Again, Elon Musk comes out and says, "Listen, I'm the richest person in the world. 2 + 2 = 5. Therefore that's true." I love Elon, so yes, there you go. That's how it works. If you love the person, Therefore, whatever that person says is true. There we go. That's an interesting. The love fallacy. That's a new one. I've never heard that spin on it. The love fallacy. Yeah, exactly, Marius. Especially using Apex. Like I said, I don't know. Now, if there was some sort of release from like the CME or something, like some more so official documentation. By the way, for the record, what you say, I don't think it requires too much tinfoil at all. But again, you say it in a very factual manner. So I'm like, okay, well, what's your source for this? And right now, it still sounds like speculation, although I'm not going to call it like crazy speculation, But still, speculation nonetheless. Experiencing the love fallacy, averaging. Oh, Connor. The average down works until it doesn't. No, that one's called the toilet paper logical fallacy. I mean, he might confirm or he might just say, no, we like to put people live because then we get to make money from that person because we get to keep, for take profit charity, we get to keep 10% of their gains. So, I mean, I could see that being a reason why they would say they push people live. Because that revenue is pure revenue. That doesn't come out of our pocket. It comes from the market, and we get to keep 10%. Again, that is speculation on my part, but I could see that being a reasonable thing on why they would tell me they're moving people live. It's actually called the halo effect. If a person is handsome or pretty, nice or charismatic, then they're viewed in a better light. Oh, really? I have not heard of that one. That's probably why. Okay, so I would assume that's why salesmen usually dress up very fancy for the halo effect. All right, give me a second. There's like hammering going on. Do I hear something? Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Dude, I could buy and hand out 50 account giveaways every day with the amount of money, but I can't because the amount of lights left on constantly. Dang. I am hearing hammering, but they're it is acceptable hammering. Hey, what's up, Mango? The halo effect is why I watch Clay. That's right. Everything I say is true because that's what happens when I look like a Greek god. Well, 800 hold on per. Oh, keep them. Well, that's an asinine statement. That's crazy. That's great. All right, I am looking for a long down here. Yeah, isn't that weird? I think there's some like governmental lessons too. Like it's weird how the people that pay the bills care about those things that drive up the bill. It's weird. It is weird how that works. Hey Bowser. Hey Jimmy, you're right. I mean that's border. I mean that was crazy. Clay scored at 17 on an 18-hole course. I'm not a huge golf guy, but I get that. That's funny. We'll be getting payout from Loser Dave. Hey, good job, Justin. Well done, sir. That's true, trucking, yeah. Did you guys see? I saw on Twitter one of the ICT guys got caught scamming. Surprise! He posted something about he posted a screenshot of trades, and somebody was like, "Well, it's on your live stream, and during that time, you said that you didn't see anything, so there were no trades." And then I guess the guy deleted the post and stuff like that, and it was just. I mean, it was shocking to see. So I checked out the guy's Twitter page, and yeah, it looks like his PR department was like, just delete it and then just behave as though it never happened and let the wind blow over. And it probably will. It probably will, because people they just don't understand. They don't understand. Yeah, in other words, water is wet. Yeah. But how dumb do you think your audience is to try to do stuff like that? I guess their audience is very dumb. Then again, that's why I call it a cult. So he either had the trade on in the background and lied about it because he first wanted to see if it worked out, and then he posted about it later on because it did work out, or he just, it was all, he just hindsighted it, and it was just all a doctored up photo. Either way, not a good look. Hey, what's up, Timbo? Jimmy, you must have missed. He already showed up last week, and we got things clarified. The only difference between you or myself and Bowser is instead of calling price action, he calls it manipulation. That's the only difference. Because he, per his own admission, is like, well, no, I still got to watch the chart to try to figure out what the manipulation is going to do. Just like we would say, well, we have to watch the chart to figure out what the price action is going to do. So that is literally the only difference. It was a nothing burger. The only difference, he calls price action manipulation. But other than that, he's just like the rest of us. He's trying to use the chart. Yeah, it was a bummer. We all thought we were going to get rich, but then he clarified and we're like, oh. All right, let's see what happens. See if we can get a hammer candle here. I will also look to take a long down at the yellow line here. Interesting lower trend line. Maybe see if that can produce a bounce. He is correct that things move at 1:30 p.m. I don't know about that one. I guess it depends on move. Because we've watched some 1:30 and literally nothing happens. That was kind of the joke. But I mean, don't things move at every candle assuming the market's open and they're assuming there's no technical difficulties? Don't things move? Like, what are we talking about now? Yeah, exactly. Things are moving like right now. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, exactly. They also move at 125, 126, 120. Yeah, Now, to be charitable, he probably means like move bigger than normal. But no, we have been that 1 week. We were all like watched at 1:30, and it was like you could not tell the difference. There was no like spastastic moves. Those sorts of things, it's just those things are built on confirmation bias. You have a bias, and when it happens, see, See? And when it doesn't, you just conveniently forget about it. Because why? Well, it does not confirm the bias. Yeah, Bowser. So you were either one of two things. You were either trolling us or you were just massively lying to us. Because, man, you have changed your tune big time. Because, man, oh, man, you were talking 130. You sure made a big deal about it. And now you're like, it's just the start of it. It's just after. Or I guess no. The third option is you truly did believe it, but now you've learned a little bit more, and you're like, okay, maybe I was emphasizing that a little bit too much. Maybe I should stop listening to the cult leader as much as I do. I guess that's probably a third option too. You did actually believe it, but now you have learned, and you're like, man, 1:30 is just the start of the PM session after lunch. That's all. So hopefully it's that one. Yeah, 350. Like there 350, I believe that, but even that one doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, 350, that one seems to happen more times than not. But yeah, 130. I like the action at 654. Ooh, is there a big manipulation that's the daily 654? Well, I don't even know what that means. You didn't even give us a time zone. So mysterious. Oh yeah, didn't SpaceX get? Are they getting destroyed again still, or are they recovering? Oh, gap down. But to be fair, at least the gap down and it's trying to bounce back up, so it ain't really continue to bleed on SpaceX. But yeah, nonetheless, yikes. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern manipulation is crazy. Like I can call that one out. Like it's weird how the market, how they just manipulated at 5 p.m. and they just like, there's just so much pressure that like nothing moves for an hour. It's weird. Dina, we'll see if that guy shows up again. No, not really day one on SpaceX Bowser, because day one right here, those people had plenty of opportunity to pull profits out. It's the people that like bought up around here. But again, to be fair, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, maybe you scalped out like right there. But like, yeah, the longer term people that were buying like here, so day three, but day one, they had a chance to get out. Again, anybody that is out there claiming that at a certain time manipulation happens, and then they're like, and I can tell you what the manipulation is going to be, those are scammers, right? Think about that's how you build a cult. You make a claim about something, then you claim to know how this something works. So therefore follow me because there is this thing and I understand how it works, whether it's because I used to control the thing or I know, that is why a certain cult from a perspective, like if you just look at it as a business and like a marketing campaign, there's a reason why that, there is this thing that controls the market. I either am the thing or I used to run the thing or I created the thing, blah, blah, blah. So, hey, but now I'm not part of it anymore. Or just, right? That's how all cults are built. Somebody says they have knowledge about something that only they have. Is it big money taking profits at 5? We're joking around at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's just when the market actually shuts down. It closes. So that's just a joke. Google's falling off. This go to 29,600. You think? So where are you looking to buy at, Diego? You looking to buy at 29,600? Oh, you just mean today. Yeah, okay. Ooh, there's a bearish engulfing. I thought you meant like overall. Right, and you too can have that now. Exit. Yeah, I mean, it's a marketing campaign as old as time. There is this thing. I have information on this thing. Follow me so I can tell you. Oh yeah, and of course the thing it's supposedly benefits people, right? Waiting on a trade, but I gotta. Oh, you gotta get that out of the way in the morning. I usually a 130 time frame for the last 30 days, and the ATR doesn't go up. Yeah, that's why I again the person that said and things move at 130. Yes, he didn't move, or I don't want to speak for him, but I'm trying to be charitable. Like I don't think he meant move in the sense of like things move around, because yes, it moves at all times. I think he meant like there's a bigger move than normal, but like so that matches out, Leon, with what we did that 1 week when before Bowser had clarified himself. We're like, all right, 130, and then we'd watch and we'd be like, yeah, I can't tell, nothing's really going on here. So yeah, that matches up. That the ATAR, sure, I mean, of course it's going to change. I would assume sometimes, but it was by no means something that was like hook, line, and sinker. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm sure you're sitting on the toilet right now and you got what? At least probably 5 monitors. In fact, why don't you take a picture and send it to Neil? He'll appreciate it. Yeah, send him a Snapchat. Yeah, washing your hands. Don't worry about it. Let's build up that immune system, brother. All right, looking for a potential short here. If this wants to come up right about here, a little bit more, a little bit more. I just want to get a little bit more of an upper shadow. Here, let me map out the line that I'm actually looking at. Doggone it. Well, that was a stupid requirement. Yeah, hit that like button if you guys don't mind. If you guys could hit the like button, it does help. Thank you, Leon, for the reminder. Yeah, in hindsight, it looks very stupid. Clay, why did you insist that first I'd hit the yellow line before getting short? You should have just gotten short right then and there. And you're right. In hindsight, you're absolutely right. But that's also a different data set than I had, right? Real-time information is different. So real-time data is different than hindsight data. Like hindsight data, it's amazing how good of a trader I am when I have that data set known as hindsight. But real-time data, that's where things are a little trickier. I got that trade about 11 points. Good job. Power of independent thinking. Yeah, it is. It is undefeated. I will try a long down here though. Whether we want to call it a triple bottom, we want to call it a bounce off the daily low, whether we want to call it a bounce off the trend line. There's sort of a lot of congestion down here. Does that guarantee anything? It does not, but it does. I mean, I'm going to take a swing at it. I'm short on my stop loss. I'm short on 30.043. Diego, you must be looking at a little bit of a different market. We all need subscriptions to Hindsight Data. Hindsight Data, it's free? It's free? Could you imagine selling subscriptions to Hindsight Data where you just send people the charts of what already happened? I guess that's kind of what people. I guess that's kind of what charts are, though, right? In a sense. US 100. Gotcha. Again, looking for a long at the green line here. Jimmy. Yeah, that whole thing just illustrates how. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm in. I'm in. Well, I did have a chance at some green, but I wanted more green than that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I was hoping for a better. It might still go up, but now if we get another okay. So we got 10 seconds. If we get another hammer here, no, I want to see this come up more. Give me a good looking hammer here. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Higher. A little bit higher. Little bit higher. Come up. Yeah, that's a good enough looking hammer. I'll take another swing at it. Was that a pun? Was that pun? That was pun not intended. Yeah, I talked to a couple guys on my podcast that were old timers, and they explained. I think if I remember right, like once a week you'd get a book, and then the book had all the charts in it for you, and then you could kind of go do your technical analysis, like from that book that you got like once a week or something. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, how mind blown must their what's they just look at everything right now. So I'm in this camp too, where I take the ability to type in a ticker symbol and instantly get a chart for granted. Like, can you imagine being an old timer where you had to wait once a week for this book, and now that same person can walk through the computer, type that in, and boom. Not only do they get the chart, they can do this. They can watch the chart literally play out right before the watch the chart draw itself right before your eyes. I mean, that's got to be a crazy experience for them. Got to be just wild. I'm still trying to think like what's something like that in my life. Like that's it's just absolutely wild now. I don't know if I have anything like that yet. I guess maybe cell phones to an extent. Like I got my first I got a flip phone with like a little color screen. I thought I was a big dog. What was that? My sophomore year of college. So what like 2000 2004? Anyways, but to think like now like to tell anybody like, yeah, I used to like not have a phone, and if I had to call somebody, I'd have to either find a payphone or, like that. Like I did not, I could not talk to my friends at all times via text or like. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that is kind of new. I'm like, wow, it is kind of crazy that, but I don't know. The chart thing is kind of really wild. Maybe AI. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is. All right, here we go. Maybe. If we get another push down, I'm going to try it again. I want to see the white line come down some more. Come on. One more push down. Guys, I'm 65. When I was 10, I charged for my dad on graph paper, and we got newspaper in the business section was the previous day. Yeah. But I think the actual technical charts, if I remember right from some of these guys, you had to wait like once a week to get all the updated new charts and stuff. Okay, I'm in. Take a little scalpy scalp there too. Just doing some scalpy scalps. I'm gonna. Okay, Batsy, what happened to Take Profit Trader? I thought you were gonna use Take Profit Trader. Batsy, you are gonna drive me bats. So many questions, and now you're like, nah, I'm just gonna go to somebody I can't even use. Like, that's crazy, man. I love it when I really try to help somebody out and they ask a million questions and then they just like, see you later. I just got Sergio'd. Google went up, then got dumped again. I mean, that's a matter of perspective. Like, the overall chart's fine. Like, overall, if you do this, yeah, okay. We're like still in like a big bull flag. But yeah, if you look at it today or like a day trader standpoint and you're a day trader that bought right there, yeah, you're not having a good day. So that, I mean, yeah, it got dumped on from like a day trader standpoint, but like I would say overall the chart's okay. Batsy, that's my point. Stop talking about other prop firms that I don't know. That is my point, Batsy. You showed up. You ask a bunch of questions. I told you, and I explained exactly why Take Power would be good. You're like, well, I'm not sold on them yet. Okay, well then, stop asking questions because you're not listening to me anyways. You're Sergio. You Sergio'd me. Yeah. Streaming movies. That's, I don't know, but that's not really for the better though. I think that's for the worse. Like, we've had this conversation before. Like, I remember as a kid, like, it was an event. You'd go to the movie theater because there was a big movie out. Everybody was talking about it. There'd be lines. I don't know. As a kid, I just remember going to the movies. Like, they were just such events. But now streaming, it's like, it's kind of diluted that experience. Is it more convenient? Yeah, I suppose. I quit at Google and it dumped. Makes sense. Makes sense. I know. We all know you're the glue that held that place together. Yeah, like just I don't know. And you'd want to get there early so you could get good seats. All right, here we go. Looking for a short up around here. Dang, this lower trend line is doing work. All right, let's see here. Looking for that 21 EMA, green line. Does anybody else know who Jeff Dean is? You say Jeff Dean as though I'm supposed to know who Jeff Dean is. And to be fair to you, maybe I am. But do other people know Jeff Dean? Like, is this a big name that I'm supposed to be aware of that I'm not? Who else here knows who Jeff Dean is? The way you say that, as if that's supposed to mean something, makes me think maybe I should know who this guy is. Apparently, he is a legend in tech and at Google. Okay, gotcha. No, you don't know who he is. Okay, that makes me feel. I know Jimmy Dean. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, here we go. What I would love to see, this candle's almost done moving, close like right here. Come up a little bit, bump your head on the yellow line. No, go back up and then come back down. No, gotta get back up there though. Nope. All right, here we go. I think I could still make this work. Yeah, you and Johnny, you guys both know Jimmy Dean. Isn't that like sausage guy? Or what? He was a singer too, wasn't he? Are there two Jimmy Deans? All right, trying to see if it wants to come on up here. That's where I'd like to get the short. So I'm trying to be patient. Talking Jimmy Dean. Stop. Stop. I don't believe you. You're trolling. It's not the same guy. Stop. Again, I don't know. So I'm in a very trollable spot right now. You guys can gaslight me into oblivion. No, Billie Jean. That was a Miley Cyrus song, right? Billie Jean is not my lover. Stop. I don't believe you. No. No. Jimmy Dean is not the singer and the meat guy. You guys are lying to me. Jimmy Dean, singer. Did he also do meat? No, you guys are being honest with me. I apologize. According to AI, yes, country singer, music, Jimmy Dean founded the famous Jimmy Dean brand meat company. I apologize, Timbo. You were not gaslighting me. I apologize. I apologize to everybody that told me it's the same. I apologize. Okay, I was trolling about the Michael Jackson. I did know Billie Jean's a Michael Jackson song, but I had no idea that Jimmy Dean is literally that. Talk about multiple streams of income. Look at it. Jimmy Dean's, he's one of us. Multiple streams of income right there. Jimmy Dean. Okay, here we go. Maybe a short. That just made my day. Who knew that he must have studied wealthy people too. I try to get short. I'm trying to get short. I am short. So bounce off this area several times before. All right, I better get out. All right, that one did not work out. Wow, impressive move. Cut up there like a warm knife through butter. Sandesk worth hopping on before earnings call today? I mean, if you're just a gambler, I mean, that's all that is. When you're buying something before an earnings call because you think it'll probably spike, but you're like, I'm not quite sure what direct. I mean, that's essentially a gamble. So if you, I don't know, if you have some disposable income that you want to potentially light on fire, I guess go for it. Same as Sammy Hager, Rockstar, and really? I love it. Look at all these people with their multiple streams of income. Wow. Well, that's one of those stop losses that feels very, very good. Because that was right on the edge of potentially turning into a rough trade. So I like these kind. Well, I don't like getting stopped out, but if I'm going to get stopped out, please just make me feel good about getting stopped out. And in that situation, stop loss hunter. Yeah, exactly. That's right. They hunted my. That wasn't my fault. They hunted me. They hunted me and then just kept going. They hunted everybody until right there. And then they're like, you know what? We're done hunting. Sure, there's some more stops above here, but you know what? We're done hunting. That's exactly it. That's how the market works. It's just when it's a winning trade, you just get to say, that was purely me. That was all me and my good decisions. That's what you tell your wife. When it's a losing trade, you tell your wife, I got stop loss hunted. Hey, good morning, Eddie. That's right, do better. I missed that guy. What was I'm already forgetting his name. Nabir? Something like that. Had one of those rough trades this morning, took a position, build, ended up cutting the loss. Oh, wow. 300 green on the day or back to just being down 300? Bring back up 300 out. Oh, up 300 on. Wow. Nice recovery. Do I buy this pullback? Oh boy. Yeah, this is not the same as buying a pullback when the thing's beautifully uptrending. We're still downtrending. So I don't know if I want this is now if this was yesterday, this this type of pullback that looks pretty good, but this is not the same as yesterday. This is a pullback within an overall downtrend. Yesterday were pullbacks within an overall uptrend. Doesn't mean it won't work out, but man, it's kind of scary. $300 green. Nice job, Krager. Looks like a dumpy dump back down. Yeah. That's just, again, I'm not going to call anybody crazy if they're getting long here on the pullback. I can see the logic behind it, but just a little too much for me. Good job, Abin. 2K Green Day, not bad. Congrats. Billie Jean. No, great. Now I got Billie Jean in my head. What is that? 5 minute up here at 8:05. Oh yeah. So this purple line here is the 50 period SMA in the 2 minute. It's also the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. Does that mean it'll reject? No. Does it mean I'm going to take a swing at it? Yes. Okay, this candle almost done. Come on, push up a little bit more. Oof, feeling heavy right at these. Is this the short right here? It is not wanting to budge up through there. We'll see. Just go to 880. No, definitely do not go to 880. I want you to go here and then down. Babu, talk about a blast from the past. I am. Okay, there we go. I am in. Come on. Come on. Are you seriously you're not going to care about the 21 EMA at all in the 5 minute? Really? I almost want to add some more. This is hard to believe. Like it's just going to cut up through both these areas like that? Well, had I added, I'd be green right now. But because I didn't add. All right, got to get out. Small loss again. Still may come down, but I don't want to risk it returning back up when I can just take a modest loss there. Clay, this is a bull. What is a bullish engulfing? Time frames are appreciated. Because I see no bullish engulfings here on the 2 minute. I'm not saying a bullish engulfing does not exist, but it definitely is not existing on the 2 minute or the 5 minute. Danny, green question mark. Yes, I'm green, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what you meant. Feel like a dirty move is coming. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, that was a nice little spot there. Both the 50 SMA and then, granted, to be fair, I did have a scalpy scalp, but I want a little bit more of it. So it's not like this couldn't have been a green trade. I just, I didn't take the scalpy scalp that was presented. Well, I don't know, Connor. I'm just saying you never mentioned what time frame you're looking at. So here's an interesting dynamic on the 5 minute. Still got a ways to go, but we got the previous session close. We have the 200 SMA. We have the 50 SMA. We have the VWAP. So right around here, we have previous highs. So right around this 890-ish area. Again, still got a ways to go, but I will probably try to take some shorts up around there. Now, full disclaimer, I am doing this after the fact, so I have hindsight confirmation bias, but we might just be in the middle of a bigger falling wedge pattern. Falling wedges are actually bullish, whereas a rising wedge is bearish. No, that's not really a rising wedge. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could probably try to find one if I... All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line. But ultimately, that lower trend line right there, it did work. It did work for us. Yeah, and anybody that bought the long right there in the pullback, congrats to you. That was a good job. So where have you been, Babu? Or are you just been here under other names? Babu, that he's back from like when I first started this thing. I think he was a troll. I don't remember though. I remember the name. I can't remember if he was a troll or not. If he was, I don't know. Maybe I unbanned because a couple weeks ago when I went through the list, I did unban a bunch of people, see if they'd ever come back. I don't remember if he was one of them or not. Versace still has not made an appearance, which makes me wonder if they're here under another name. I don't know. On the bright side, I'm up there. I might even email. Oh, on a different one? The rejection off the 5 minute. Hey, Bob. So now this is confusing. This looks like potentially a short here. I'm just still not convinced. I realize, what are you talking about? We're in an uptrend. Well, I mean, we're kind of in an uptrend, but like the overall trend in my mind is still bearish. So, but yes, right now in the immediate term, we got some uptrend action. But I would not say it's like it's a debatable one. I'll put it that way. I think it's debatable. We're in a possible trend. I mean, maybe, but isn't that all bounces? Aren't all bounces possibly transition reversals, right? Because you can't have a reversal without a bounce, right? But just because something bounces does not mean it's a reversal, because it could just be like a dead cat bounce, a fake bounce. I don't know. I got to be very careful. I think I'm on a losing streak now of the past 2 trades. Tends to happen though if you're bearish and then you get one of these bigger bounces. There will be some casualties. Oh. All right. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try a long right there. But if this is a full-blown, turnaround, well, then this is going to be my third losing trade in a row. But yeah, shorts did not work here, but let's see if we can get along. Should we put the brakes before FOMC this? I'm not aware of any FOMC this Friday. Does anybody know what CDP is talking about? Because FOMCs are usually on Wednesdays anyways. Maybe the minutes are, I don't know. Is there the minutes out maybe this Friday? Maybe that's what he's referring to. If you trade this every day, you're a ball. How so ballsy? What is ballsy? Non-farm payrolls. Okay, yeah. So CDP, there is no FOMC this Friday. And should we put the brakes before? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you should or not. I don't know your strategy. DH, thank you. Yeah, non-farm payrolls. Okay. I took the bounce for a quick $50. Good job. Yeah. Trading is kind of ballsy in and of itself. All right, I don't like this long anymore. I mean, here's a solution to not being dizzy. Instead of watching the Dom over here, just watch the chart. There you go. Watch this. It'll seem very anticlimactic. What does it want to do here? I'm going to try it. This was a former top of kind of like a little miniature range, broke out. Seemingly this now area of resistance is indeed acting as support. We also have the overnight low right there. So I'll take a swing at it. Or else it just doesn't want to go down any further and is going to bounce from here. Can't wait till the new office. I'm going to have a standing desk again. Forget what it's like to have a standing desk. Yeah, this, I guess, like I said, 2 year or in next week, I think, will be 2 years here in Iowa. So that means 2 years now of sitting desk. Because this area right now is not enough room for a standing desk. So I can't wait to get back to it. Oh, man. Drywall still going on for anybody curious about the updates. Did not check it out yesterday. Monday went over there. And I don't know. It seemed like the drywall should have been further along than it was. So I'm not quite sure, but I don't know. To be fair, maybe I just don't understand how quickly drywall should come up. Oh, yeah. So I think what you're asking is, do I build buffer? I do not build buffer. If I'm owed payout wise 37 cents, I'll take 37 cents. But that doesn't mean that's what you should do. So cell phone, you have to ask yourself this question. When I tilt, how bad does it get? For me, when I tilt, it gets really bad. So if I had like $3,000, $4,000 in there as buffer, that's not going to save me from a tilt session. Like those gains will be toast. So because of that, I'm just going to take the $3,000 or $4,000. I'm not going to leave it in harm's way. Now, if you're somebody that's like, well, when I tilt, I mean, yes, I tilt because I'm a human being. Everybody has our days where we tilt, but I'm actually pretty good at pulling the reins, getting things under control. So yeah, having that extra $2,000 or $3,000 would actually be a big benefit. It would help prevent me from losing the account. Well, if that's you, then yeah, you might want to build buffer. So it's really a question of, and yet just be honest, there's no need to lie to yourself about it. But when I go on tilt, how bad does it get? That's what question you have to ask yourself. Gotcha. Every penny over the buffer coming home. Yeah, that's what camp sounds like. That's what the camp Timbo's into. Yeah, that's my thoughts too. But to be fair, again, this is a very case by case basis, and I think that is the question that will help point you in the right direction. And you are lying to yourself if you're like, well, that's a stupid question because I never tilt. Okay, that there's one of possibilities. You have not traded long enough, or you're lying to yourself. We all have bad days. That's just part of being a trader. Okay, fair. But unless you're Barbara, Barbara never tilts because Barbara's never wrong. But if assuming you're not Barbara, then yes. Yeah, exactly, Timbo. Gotta know yourself. Oh no. You had a 3,000 buffer? Please tell me I'm misreading that, Zach. And you cooked the account or you just lost the buffer? I know. I think I'm grasping for straws right now, but I guess I'm hoping right now that there's a silver lining here. Oh, dang, man. Sorry to hear that, buddy. That's yeah. Whoa, whoa, Tradovate. Okay. I'm just checking to see how fast orders show up. Yeah. So right there, that's one of those situations where, oh, still got issues. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna refrain here, but yeah, dang. Do you usually build up buffers, Zach? I guess. Oh, okay, good. That does make me feel way better. Very good. Do you usually build buffer like that, or is this like an experiment? I guess I don't remember your policy when it comes. I want to say that I always thought you were just take the money guy, but maybe I have you confused with somebody else. Clay, do I have any thoughts on ES here? No, not really. Just seems to actually be mimicking NQ today. Oh, trucking for dividend. That's. Oh, oh, I see. I see, Zach. Yeah, I thought they had daily payouts. So that's what's interesting about those. They make you build buffer. If you want max payout, well, you got to keep your money in. Keep your money in. Yeah. Anyway, Zach, I'm glad though that Take Profit Trader, or I guess I don't know where that other 6,000's coming from, but that makes me feel better. I mean, I'm still buzzkill, bummer, but glad you're still coming out ahead. So much tilt. Why can't? Are you on tilt right now, Candlestick? You having a tilted day? For some reason, well, this is the reason why. We do have like this little miniature uptrend here. So that's why I'm actually thinking of a long here. Okay, oh, great. Blinking blue line too. Come on, push it. And I'm going to refresh real quick. Get this blue line to disappear. Or not disappear, but to stop blinking. Always. Oh, crap. That was not good. That was not what I was wanting to come back to. Man. I am. Man, we're only at 2 hours in. The wheel shouldn't be falling off by now. I'm getting played like a fiddle all of a sudden. I had what, like 6 or 7 wins in a row, and all of a sudden 2 losses in a row with looking like maybe a third one here. Come on, brother. Now let's get the move. Oh my goodness, looks great. I should probably add at this point. I am adding up there. That'd be looking like a very powerful situation if I can get filled at that green line. So technically speaking, oh, beautiful candle. Let's go. Again, I am looking to add at the green line. I want to try a long. No, I'll just wait. Just wait. Let it bounce. Let it come up. I was wondering if I should do my add down here, which would really make, it would give me a nice end, but I want to wait for the confirmation. Let's see if we can get this thing to actually push back up here. Come on. Come on. Blue line is my entry. This green line here is where I'm going to add to it or try to add to it, assuming it gets up there. I have no idea. My drop frames are fine, but my platform is cutting in and out. Why? Why are you buffering? All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the. Okay, maybe we're back. I didn't really do anything. We are temper. I guess we are back. Hopefully, I don't want to get too excited. That was, yeah. The entire time it said my stream health was excellent. I was not showing any drop frames. So I have no idea. But Tradeovate was also logging out and back in. So it must have just been something small within my internet itself. Yes, 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 yes. I'm aware there is issues, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I am aware. So, anyways, I don't know. I don't know if the trade got caught, but I don't know. I think I got my ad here, and this would I had a target right here for my first 5, which would have been hit, but I ended up having to pull myself out for very minimal gains just because my internet was clearly having issues. So sorry. I don't even know. Did anybody see it or no? Was it that bad where you couldn't even watch the trade? I'm assuming not because all I saw was like the constant buffer thing. Yeah, it does seem smooth for now, but I just hesitate to start my internet because for whatever reason, I don't know why, but my fiber, it takes a good 15 minutes to like get all booted back up. Well, Clay, my fiber only takes 3. Okay, well, I'm jealous of your fiber. That would be the conclusion there. So I'm just telling you right now, my fiber, for whatever reason, it takes a long time. So that's why I really don't like to do that because then that means. All right. I should probably refresh this too because, like I said, it logged me out and back in again, which means my next trade will probably have a blinking blue line, but it shouldn't now. Okay, now nobody's talking. Hello, is anybody here? Now I'm okay. Never mind. There we go. Kevin just said something. Okay, chat. Now is not the time for everybody to go quiet. Because I am paranoid. What happened to the rainouts? I don't know. So much rain here. Now I understand why there's a bunch of like flash flood warnings around here. Around so much rain. You can max, but it won't be this Thursday. So wait until next week to sign up. Assuming you're talking about the Thursday night one. All right, I think we're set. It looks like the buffering is gone. That's kind of what I'm looking at right there. See if we can get. I don't know. I'm still a little paranoid about this whole internet thing. Man, that's always a bummer. What? Just the buzzkill from the. Ugh. Okay, I'm long. I didn't really want to buy that breakout there, but down around this area, I want to get myself in the game here a little bit, see if we can get. Even if it's just hammers, that'll still have me plenty in the green. Now I'm looking over the screen. Okay, no buffering. That's good. And who knows how long I was even talking to myself before I realized. Because usually when I'm in trades, I don't like to read the chat because all it takes is a couple of cockroaches to crawl out, and it just is obnoxious. So I wasn't even reading the chat. All you guys telling me I was buffering. So who knows how long I was even talking to myself without realizing that I was basically talking to myself. Come on. Troy, that does break my heart, but that does also at the same time. Like simultaneously breaking my heart, but making me feel better too. Chat's actually fake. Yeah, you guys are all AI. Come on. Take the little scalp there. I am fake. You were who did you get upset yesterday? Was that Dean? Was it you and Dean going at it? I can't remember. I can't remember. Well, I'm glad I played that the way I did. I don't know. There's still all right. I'm gonna leave this try line in. I don't think it's necessarily gonna come into play again, but if there is some sort of dump, that level could kind of help us out in that regard. Why do you use the sell ask button? It helps me implement my strategy most efficiently. Nothing magic about it other than that. It just helps. It's like, why do you use the 2 minute instead of the 1 minute? Well, because the 2 minute best helps me implement my strategy. But if for you the 1 minute best helps you implement your strategy, well then go with the 1 minute. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the guy that said he was up 25,000% or whatever. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Dean can get frisky. But in Dean's credit, he's also quick to acknowledge and apologize. That's why I'll always remember Dean. Literally showed up, called me a scammer because he showed up mid sentence when I was down explaining something. So he thought I was like making some proclamation about my win rate being insanely high. But I was like, hey man, calm down. Here's the context. He's like, oh, sorry about that. My bad. So yeah, Dean can get feisty. That is true. But Dean will also admit that he needs to back off when called. So yes. Typically when you buy, bid, and sell ask, it only gives you better entry, but with yeah, I don't know if that's a thing in futures or not, Dan. But it is at least with my old okay. Am I gonna try this again down here? I think so. He was actually here today, Troy. Okay, long. Down here at the bottom of this hammer, down here at the purple line. Let's see if we can get another bounce here. That feels kind of like a gift. I'm not sure if that was a small win or a small loss, but that feels more like a gift, like the market's saying, "Hey, we'll give you a chance to get out here before it dumps." All of this live streaming is in your head, Clay. But yeah, Troy. So the long story short, Bowser is just like the rest of us. The only difference is he calls price action manipulation. Because we learned that, I mean, he still needs the chart to figure out what he thinks the manipulation is going to be. So it's like, okay, well, we do the same thing. We would just say we're using the chart to figure out what we think the price action is going to do. So yeah, it was a pretty big nothing burger. That was the only difference. He calls price action manipulation. So we were all disappointed. A lot of us canceled or ordered for the private yachts we had bought or put down payments on and private jets. Thankfully, I was able to get some refunds back from my private jets. Yeah, a direct access broker, Dan. But as far as I'm aware, that does not work on Robinhood or stuff like that. But yeah, if you're worth a direct access broker in stocks, yeah, they'll pay you to add liquidity. No, no, no. They was being custom built. All right, gonna try a long down here. Essentially the former breakout point right here. So let's see if this former area of resistance still wants to be support. How do you do that? Here, chart settings, and then day volume profile right there. Back to buffer. Am I buffering again? Back to I'm not seeing any buffer. Am I buffering again? John says back to buffer. Yeah, I didn't see any buffer at all, John. Maybe your hamster needs some more water. Yeah, go feed your hamster. All right, thank you, everybody. Bunch of sweethearts in here. Absolute sweethearts. Probably talking about his... Oh, no, he said it's... Okay, here we go. Maybe along here. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. I'm in. Take that little scalpy scalp. I'm just dancing in the market. Shut up and dance with me. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm telling the market to shut up and just dance with me a little bit. I'm just sketched out. We got buffering live streams and trade ovates dropping in and out, and then we're told, wait, it's maybe a YouTube issue. I don't know what's going on with my life right now. That's the moral of the story. I'm having one of those moments where I'm questioning life decisions. Which, thankfully, many of you have told me before when I've asked the question. Has anybody else ever had those moments where you just sit there and you kind of question life decisions? How did I get here? Some of you said, yeah, Clay, multiple times a day. So I don't know if I'm that extreme, but yeah, I'm kind of having one of those moments right now. So I'm just going to stick with the scalpy scalps for now. Took the same scalp. Nice job. Don't fees eat you alive? No, now Take Profit Trader, they don't. Other prop firms, I could see them eating me alive. Because some prop firms, they definitely have higher commissions. Then it crashed my browser. Uh-oh. Do you still have the account? No soup? All right, where do I want to go for my next potential long here? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Picking up an entry, deciding no stop, and then having a browser crash. Not confused with Bowser, a browser crash. That's kind of scary. The 1 hour candle says down. Okay, well, for those of you that use the 1 hour and 15 minute, Steely Dan has made a claim, so feel free to check it out and see if you agree or disagree. Let's see. There was another stream having issues. Okay. Yeah, like I said, on my end, I had what threw me off though was Tradeovate. But the problem with Tradeovate is the thing is always logging off and back on again, so that's not necessarily proof of anything. But yeah, my software is telling me the stream health was excellent, no drop frames. So yeah, maybe it was just a YouTube thing. Go some ES levels for you long above. All right, there you go, Bob with his trade plan. Tried to trade ES last week. Almost fell asleep. Okay, I'm lying. I did kind of fall asleep during the trade. If you were here for it, you saw me nod off for a few moments. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Spicy trade here, but let's see if it wants to snap back up. See if this was a fake break of that overnight low. Let's see. Only one to get long if it goes to that green line, though. Only wanting to buy if it comes up. It is the cheapest in the business. 25 cents to buy, 25 cents to sell per contract, so 50 cents round trip. They are the cheapest. As far, at least last I saw, they were the cheapest in the business. 50 cents round trip per contract. Others, I want to say, like are up over $1. All right, well, never mind on that. There was no bounce back up. That's what I'm saying, Randy. That's why I use and love and think Take Profit Trader's the king of the biz. All right, I'm gonna try it. Risky here. No, I'll have a hammer at that point. Will the hammer keep on hammering is the question. Okay, I am in. Take that scoop. That's right. I don't even care. I don't even care it kept going up. I'm here for the scalpy scalps. Oh, really? A buck for per contract? Really, Philly? Oh yeah, that adds up. That adds up in a hurry. Wow. Yeah, that definitely adds up. Buggered. All right, Bob. Cheers. Now, to be fair to Tradeify, I have a code with them, code Clay. So if you're not like a micro scalper, then yeah, you probably don't. That may not mean a whole lot to you. So that's not to say therefore Tradeify is bad. I'm just saying that's a very good example of what's the best prop firm is a very bad question. It's like, okay, well, what is your strategy? Because your strategy is going to dictate a lot of that. And that's also why I like Take Profit Trader because they have a clean set of rules, so it's not going to like complicate strategies. Their commissions are dirt cheap, so it works for, scalping. There's no scalping rule, there's no consistency rule, there's no scaling rule. So that's where we always circle back to don't shop for prop firms based on price, shop for prop firms based on rules. But yeah, but that is a good little example there of how if you are a scalper and you're trading a whole lot of micros every day, that commission structure is going to erode away at things quite a bit. 90% of traders' strategy equal get good at trading. Yeah, that's a good point. If your trading strategy is I want to get good at trading, that's not really a strat. That's not the type of strategy I'm talking about. I don't know, Troy. You're already cheating on me, you dirty rat. Breaking my heart. I'm supposed to be the only love of your life. You dirty scoundrel. Yo, my strategy is don't trade crap. Yeah, in order to have that strategy, you've got to be able to identify crappy markets. So if you can identify crappy markets and then you don't trade them, that definitely seems like a good step in the right direction for a quality strategy. But newbies don't know how to identify a crappy market because they don't have a strategy. Which does bring up a good point real quick about like how if you want to just like kind of goof around and quickly expose somebody as a scammer, anybody that's selling like a bot or an algorithm or AI or blah blah blah, just ask them, okay, so this bot, this algorithm, this indicator, what markets doesn't it work in? And if they're like, oh no, it works in all markets, scam. Nothing works in all markets. A trending market is way different than a choppy range market, So that's always a fun little question. I mean, the mere fact they're already trying to sell an indicator, sell a system, sell a bot, that's already reason enough why it's clearly not actually worth anything. But, if you want to see just how far they're willing to take their scam, just ask them what market doesn't it work in. And watch them say, oh, it works in all markets. Only if you have 5 monitors in the bathroom with you, Kyle. Glad I've had my small green. Experiencing. Well, I don't know. I'd say follow your experience, CDP. And I know you're a very numbers-driven guy, so if you're looking at the data and the data suggests, hey, you have a high likelihood that if you keep trading right now, it's not going to go well. I just trust your data. 5 toasters in the bathroom or okay, I guess that's where the tub would be. But had you said to the bathtub, no soup, that'd have added a whole nother level of spice. Am I about to get long down here again? Am I about to do that? No, I think we get a fake break this time. Look at that little miniature middle finger there. No, I'm coming down here now. I think this is where we get the fake break of these lows. And then like the other times, get a little bit of a pop back up. Curious, I'm so excited to hear that. I'm so excited to hear that for you. That just made my day. I could not get that trade off my mind until just now. So I appreciate it. Thank you for removing that burden from my mind. I think it finally dumps. Are you short right now, Amarius? I think Amarius must be short. He thinks it's about to dump. Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep dancing in West Hollywood. Pink Pony Club. That's my new song, by the way. Thing is, if you never heard that song, you are missing out. I don't know what the song is about. I don't think I want to know. But it's a great song. So we have like a little miniature trend line right there. So in some, got like the bear flag. So do we get the break to the downside? Does this carry us into the Pink Pony Club? I'm hesitant to draw the line here because if I draw the line here, I'm going to... Docs. Oh. Could go either way. Well, yeah. I mean, I agree. That is the truth. It could go either way. Agreed. That is why trading is so hard. That is the epitome of why trading is so hard, because it could go the other way. What am I saying? What's up for interpretation? That's what makes it fun. to say and to spell and to see people spell it and to see people. Well, I can't really hear any of you say it, but what am I saying? This is what I'm saying. Doxo. But it's open to interpretation. Some people think I'm saying duck soup. Maybe I am. Okay, here we are. We're right at that level. Am I about to short this? That actually does make sense. Because it's something about it's where I want to be. I'm going to have to film the guys at the construction site next time I see them. That does actually check out. We thought maybe it could have been about drag queens. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So what do we think? Is this a bot? What are they trying to tell us here? New information of investor. Josh and Jit sits. We withdraw investment of stock. India. U.S. stock of AI and other decision in meeting. 4.8 trillion upcoming. What is this even saying? What are we? What is this scam here? So like we're supposed to touch base with Josh and Jitesh because they're excellent investors? What is the scam? Well, hey, just scam us once, buddy. You don't need to. Okay, let's just remove that one so we can stay focused on this scam. But like, what is the scam? Like, there's not a ticker symbol. Wait, is US stock 74? Is that like a crypto coin or something? What is stock? I don't know. So just following that, how would we get scammed? Okay, yeah, we're breaking through it. I don't know if I really trust it for sure. Well, there she go. All right, nobody has any opinions on what the scam even is. So with that, we will just block away. And they are gone. Short 745. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I hope you didn't just... Okay, there it comes back down. There you go. There you go. Feed him. He's short at 745. Feed him. All right, have a good one, CDP. All right, if this candle can close like down around here and then eventually make its way up to here, might look for something like that on the back test and rejection. It's kind of wild. Oh, in Michigan nonetheless, too. How is that even possible? That's crazy. So a guy who suspended his campaign because there was some voting last night, primaries in Michigan, but the guy that suspended his campaign a month ago, he won. He beat the guy that was still running. That is how is that even possible? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm suspending my campaign. I'm done. Fast forward 1 month. Yeah, you just won. Huh? Got one racehorse and nice, nice TA. I don't know. I thought the USA. I thought that was supposed to go to Democrats. This is happening in a Republican thing. What county? House 8. House 8. Yeah, Thomas Smith. It's funny. The one image. I think this is from like New York Post or New York Times. They don't even have a picture for the guy. Can you imagine that? You're running and you're like, all right, you do the whole, I'm suspending my campaign. I'm done. And then a month later, you're getting the phone call. Yeah, you just won. All right, I'm going to go for a short here. Try for the rejection off of these areas right here. We have the 50 SMA. We have the 21 EMA. See if we can get a bit of a rejection back down. Yeah, still going up. Why not short SMA with 10-point stop loss? Well, I don't do them like I appreciate you're coming from things like very mechanically, as if like a 10-point stop is always what you use, but that doesn't really, for me, it doesn't work because some markets a 10-point stop is like a recipe for getting stopped out over and over and over again. Other days, 10-point stop may be way too big. So I'm more so I don't just throw out arbitrary 10-point stops because 10 points, I'm not saying that shouldn't work for you, Justin. I'm just saying that's not really my style. So to answer your question, why am I not doing it? Because that's just not my style at all. No, not that I don't necessarily believe it, but you never know on Twitter. But yeah, GOP candidate who dropped out wins primary in Michigan. What a phone call to get. What a phone call. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, Justin. So it's not always 10 points no matter what. That's good. Some people we've had come by, they're like, no, I do 10 points. My strategy is 10 points. It's like, well, again, I appreciate the mechanical nature of that sort of thing, but 10 points every day, no matter what, is, I think, a bit, yeah. And that's why I stopped using bear flags. Oh, man, I love bear flags. Like, yeah. I'm trying to think of like another analogy for that, of how weird that would be. I guess like you quit your job and then all of a sudden a month later, like another paycheck shows up. I don't know if that's really, I don't know if that's the best analogy, but yeah, how weird. I'm done running. 1 month later, yeah, we don't care. You win. I guess, I don't know. The guy he was running against must have been really not a good choice. Like, I know nothing about that. So this is 100% speculation on my part, but maybe the other choice was that bad that they're like, yeah, we're still gonna pick the guy that quit. I don't know, but like, how does that even happen? Yeah, yeah, maybe like you quit your job and then all of a sudden you get a call for promotion. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Nice, no soup. If you lose to a quitter, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, who is this other guy? In fact, I kind of feel bad for the other guy. Like, like in some senses, like the candidate was like an imaginary person. I don't know how that works. I guess he must have done his paperwork where his name was still on the ballot just forever. But like, for all practical purposes, the guy literally quit a month ago, and you still lost to him. Eef. I'm kind of. I kind of want to do a little more research. That's a fast. That's such a weird story. No way they defend this for the sixth consecutive time on the 5 minute. I mean, what you want to think so, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I am certainly interested in another long down around this area of the chart, but we seemingly have quite a bit of ways to go. But I don't know. On a day like today, who knows? Maybe we get a crazy candle that snaps down here another 30 points. Come on. Oh, I love Mango. Come on. This is what Mango's doing. He's sitting there saying, come on down, brother. Play before I go since I didn't sleep yet and working through it. I'm dumb. I know. What games do you play? Like video game? Like video games? I don't really do any video games. As a kid, I liked Age of Empires. I admit I do have Age of Empires 4, but I play that maybe once a week. Not really that much anymore. Because after I started going and helping out with the house, like as soon as I'm done with the live stream, I bail to go over there. But before that project started, yeah, after the live stream, usually like the way to decompress, I'd fire it up for like a game. But yeah, I'm not a gamer. Like I'll play a game. Well, I don't know at what point one becomes a gamer. I guess if you play games at all, are you a gamer? Then I guess in that sense I am. But I don't, in my mind, it's like a gamer is somebody that spends, and this is totally arbitrary, but like I don't know what 2 hours a day playing video games. Maybe at that point you're a gamer. But that's a very arbitrary definition. So am I a gamer? No suit. Best I can do is what is your definition of a gamer? Hey, K Hoosh, K Hush, Kush, Koosh. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I apologize. Yeah, yeah. Which is kind of crazy to me. Like I vividly remember playing Age of Empires 2, like quite a bit way back when. And I think that that game is still pretty popular in the scene. It's kind of crazy. I'm waiting on every. Yeah, I was never allowed to play Mortal Kombat. Too bloody. Who remembers that? Back in the day when Mortal Kombat came out, what was that on like Sega and Nintendo? It was pretty big controversy. Like the violence. Isn't that weird now that you think about it? Like I remember that being a big controversy. And now you look at where things are at now and people would look back and be like, "Wait, what do you mean that was a controversy?" Times change. I've been in the markets for 20 years, doing futures for about two. What is a learning curve? There is no learning curve. Take your time. That's the learning curve. Literally impossible for me to answer that. What is the learning curve? I don't know. Are you a single dad of 8 kids and you work 100 hours a week? Or do you live in your mom's basement, you do nothing, and you have 12 hours a day to study? Not to mention, I don't understand anything. I don't know anything about your brain. Because if you have a super, super, super good brain, maybe you are a single dad of 8 kids who works 100 hours a week, and you could still get through it quicker than somebody else. Learn it. I don't know. So that's why I say just take your time. That is a learning curve. Take your time. My parents bought MK for me back and then took it back. That's funny. My mom wouldn't let me watch. I can't remember if I was allowed to watch it. I can say this. I was definitely not allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead. That was a very black and white thing. You may not watch Beavis. There is no Beavis and Butthead, so. You're welcome, Kush. I remember playing the game called Celebrity Deathmatch. Oh, I thought that was just the MTV thing. Like a claymation thing. I find it. Oh, really? Is that how they made it? Oh, yeah. I don't think Ren and Stimpy. I don't think I was allowed with that one either. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I was kind of batching it all together, but agreed. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead, it did damn it. Like you could always tell. I still remember. I won't say. I mean, it probably doesn't matter. I'll just say Michael was his first name. But like that dude, like all he did would walk around and be like, like that, like everything. And what was it? Fire, fire, fire. So I think I'm very thankful that my parents in it because man, it did a doozy on the kids that did. Like you could, they just walk around and go the whole time. Yeah, I am the great corn. Like I have the quotes because it was. I remember it being super popular back then, but it was definitely quite edgy. But we didn't get cable until I was like I think a junior in high school because finally I was like, can I get some cable internet around here? Like I'm trying to do homework, I'm trying to do stuff, and I'm sitting here like as a sophomore in high school trying to write papers, blah blah. So I guess my point being, a lot of those shows I wasn't to watch. I mean, it was like we didn't have cable anyways. Like I know Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy, they were on cable TV anyhow. But yeah. Oh, the things we talk about while we're waiting for a trade to develop. Oh, gave back your profits. Dang it, Nero. I've been there too. I've had the wheels fall off. The wheels fell off temporarily here. I can't remember. This got up to like five something. Then it went down to what, three? I don't remember. But back up here. So well, we have returned. I would say definitely the probably the front half of the live stream, really good quality action. But now we seem to be back to what it was at yesterday for almost the entire live stream. So that's good at least. And the chat has gone quiet. So now it's boring. Maybe I just waved the white flag. We're almost at 3 hours. So do you guys want to keep hanging out or are we good? 3 hours is still a good run. I don't feel like I've done anybody dirty by leaving after 3 hours. But if you guys want to keep hanging out, gonna need a little bit more chatter. Don't leave bunghole. Good thing you got to give me some TP though. Keeping the West Wild, I need TP. Up or down? No, just right. Yeah, kinda. Well, whoa! The Great Cornholio just showed up. Uh-oh. Does that mean you're a short raspberry? Oh boy. 5 minute here, just FY. We are, although to be fair, the 21 EMA has kind of been trashy. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this doesn't matter at all. Yeah. So I've been trading GC. It's been yeah. It seems like gold did actually. I can see people trading gold today. For the past few weeks, some people are like, there's other things out there other than gold to trade. But yeah, today, anybody trading gold, I can see that. It seems like there is better movement. Oh, I've been there. Raspberry. How long were you short for? Well, actually, I don't know what's worse. Easy, clean moves. I don't know. To use the word easy in any context with trading always makes me a little if. Oh, so I don't know what's worse. What's worse, you like get into a trade and it immediately goes against you, or you sit there and you're in a trade forever and then it really goes against you. I don't know what one's worse. Probably the one that I guess really goes against you really quick, but then you feel like, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not sure what I would say is worse. Only thing easy in trading is losing, but that's not even true, right? Like, have you ever had to go and lose money? Like, go try to lose money, props. I assure you, it's not as easy as what you think. But that's why trading's hard. Because even losing money, when you're trying to lose money, all of a sudden it becomes hard. Yeah, Oh, that's true. I didn't see that. Oh, raspberry. I feel your pain. That's just, yeah, that's rough. The market was like, oh, hey, raspberry. Oh, you got a wound? Here, let me go to Costco real quick, get a barrel full of salt to rub in that wound. Right, because here's also why losing money is not actually easy. Because if it was actually that easy, then all you'd have to do is like, okay, the easy thing is to lose money. So because this thing is easy, do the opposite. So it's easy to lose money. So therefore, I need to do this in order to lose money. So just do the opposite of it. And then just like that, you're now making money. It's said to come hang out. What's said to come hang out? Good to see you though, Jay Keith. Been a while since I've seen your almost as good looking as my face around here. I know. It's like I'm playing 5D chess. I'm playing 5D chess here. No, it will make it easier to lose, but it's not easy to lose. Yeah, I don't know. This thing is definitely being. You got to think that everybody and their brother's uncle is probably drawn in that trend line right there. So I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. This is one where like even if and these are my favorite tread lines. Like it's the tread lines where like okay, even if you literally just started to learn about tread lines, even if today is like somebody's first step. Doxol. Oh, raspberry. That's so nasty. Oh, raspberry. They just keep pouring the salt in. That's just dirty. Oh, you jump back in? Nice. How to lose. Actually care if you win. Guarantees the loss. Yeah, but then all you got to do is care to win and then do the opposite. Like you got to enter your I truly do care to win. I truly do care to win. So I need to do this. And then opposite. Do the opposite. Not 11:30, but close. I mean, in my world, 11:30 was like 3 hours ago. Oh, 1:30. I see. I see the rage bait keeping the West Wild. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here. I just need Barbara on retainer and do the opposite of her. Oh no, you'd want to do what Barbara does because Barbara is just that amazing. Trying along since I believe the chop continuing. That makes sense. If that's what you believe, then yeah, long would make sense. The Barbara, yeah. Ooh, the B and D indicator, the BDI. Whoa. Gave back my. Oh. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Miss Tiny. That's what I'm really trying to avoid right now. I'd really. Dang, who said. Was that. Who is that? Amarius? Amarius, nice job. Good call on the chop. That's right. BDI, new strategy. My armpits itch. Does that pick. Was that picking it up on camera? Let's see. Kinda. Kinda. I'm going to try a long down here. I'm for the record, I'm way too scared to buy any sort of breakout here. That seems just too ripe for a fake breakout. So maybe I should short it, but even that, I'm not sure I have a lot of confidence. But this, I don't know. This seems solid down here. I'm willing to try to go for a trade down at the green line here on the long side. Yeah, good call, Marius. You were right. So who has gone and listened to Pink Pony Club? Anybody? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not gonna do it. If you see something that leads you to believe this thing's gonna break out at this point, I guess more power to you. So are we gonna watch Home Alone on stream while also trading? We gotta wait to Christmas time for that. That's a Christmas movie. I don't know what a good August movie is. Sandlot would have been good for like 4th of July. Sandlot is like the perfect 4th of July movie. I don't know. What's a good August movie? if there is such a thing. August Rush. That's fair. Dumb and Dumber is kind of a good movie no matter what. Oh, Back to School. So little Billy Madison. What? I think that's an actual movie, isn't it, Johnny? Ooh, Field of Dreams. Brokeback Mountain. I already watched that one twice today. We are trying to get so again, Sam, the guy that's helping me build the house, the general contractor. Like he watches movies, but he's not totally into it. So like we're trying to get him. Like I was trying to give him the pitch about, dude, you got to see Brokeback Mountain, man. It's a cowboy movie. So I don't know. So me and his other brothers were trying to pull it off. I don't know if we're gonna get him to do it or not, but like we're trying to encourage him. Hey man, yeah, it's about a couple of cowboys out west. Let's go. Who doesn't like an old cowboy movie? We're gonna see. Back to School, is that right? Yeah, I've never heard of Back to School. I thought that was just a made up movie because it's like that's the time of year that we're at right now. Call me crazy. No, I don't think you're crazy. Like I think if you can get some sort of genuine, I mean, I could see this thing picking up some momentum. I just think it's going to be tricky. Tell him it's a John. Well, no, you can't do that because as soon as it starts, it's like, what are you guys talking about? There's no John Wayne. So yeah, no, we were like, no, it's got Heath Ledger in it. It's got what Jake. So yeah, we were trying. The bots promoting crypto coins. More so just on YouTube. I don't get it. How, especially in this day of Anna, how is YouTube not figured out that when a bunch of comments with like a certain phrase and this phrase is just letters show up, how can they not identify, all right, this has got to be some sort of spam bot type thing. Any giveaway? Oh, I have a giveaway right now for you. Trading with 9 net. Yeah, no, I do a giveaway every day for anybody that asks. I got a giveaway for you. I have a ticker symbol because you are clearly in need of money because you, I guess, cannot buy an account. So you are in need of money so that you can have an account. But here, I got something better. I got something really good for you. Would you like a ticker symbol that will guarantee to give you money that you can use to buy an account? Are you interested in this guaranteed magical ticker symbol? Trading with 9 NAF. Some of you are true dents. Don't ruin the punchline. All the dents are making themselves aware. All the dents taken away from the punchline. I guess he doesn't want it. All right, well, I was gonna run the giveaway for you, but I guess you don't want it. Okay. All right, here we go. Maybe. Get my long back down there. No, I recommend. I have a code for Apex, code CLAY, CLAY, all caps, but I recommend I think Take Profit Trader is best. I'm from in. You're from Indiana? Indianapolis? I guess that's in Indiana. You're from Indiana? Are you a Hoosier? IND. Oh, India. So are you interested in my magical ticker symbol? I'm telling you, if you do this ticker symbol, you will get money, and then you can use that money to buy accounts. It's magical. It's way better than any account I could ever give you. Giving you this ticker symbol will help you get many accounts. I wonder how long the delay is, like people that are watching from India. Is that how the internet works? Like somebody watching from India, is there a delay maybe like 10 seconds? Oh, I see what you did there, Kyle. What would my life be like without Kyle? Rainbows, butterflies, Sour Patch Kids, sweet old ladies on motorized carts. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, that's right. He's one of the characters. I mean, I have a side hustle idea for you, Kyle. You need to write a book of dad jokes. I mean, it would probably be a terrible seller. Well, no, I guess it would probably have terrible reviews because people would get it and be like, these are the worst jokes ever. But maybe you could make money from the fact of like the jokes are so bad that they're funny. The market is just going sideways. Yeah, right now it's a bit like, and I'm even trying to play the chop. Now all of a sudden the chop is not really chopping down far enough for me to get filled. Dang, I guess he didn't want the magical ticker symbol. Okay, see you later. And from a business standpoint, by the way, I never mind. No, I'm not, no. Pretend like I didn't say that. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Let me put it this way. I'm very at peace that I'm not like a huge giveaway dude. I'll put it that way. I like the clientele that stick around even when hearing and knowing, yeah, there will be no giveaways today. I like that clientele. I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it at that. The people are like, wait, well, no giveaways. All right, I'm out of here. You know, that more power. That's not that's not the clientele I'm looking to really build like a culture and community with. And I'll leave it there. I'm just trying to pass my eval. And the smart. Well, yeah, right now this is what a bizarre resistance. The tread line? Is that what you're saying is the resistance or just the general nature of it? It's consolidating for the next move. Buyers and sellers are in agreement for now. Yeah, it is. It's trying to figure out what it wants to do. That is for sure. Oh, that's true. The 21 on the 5 is actually starting to behave again. Previously, the 21 EMA kind of lost its value, but that's true. Bringing that across, it has actually gone to. Here is earlier in the stream, I was like, I don't know. It's kind of. I don't think it's got much value, but yeah, good call. Right there, rejected, rejected. So yeah, looking like the 21 EMA might be back in the game. I'm just going to trade in the range. That's what I've been trying to do. I've just been misidentifying the range though, right? I keep trying to get long down here as the bottom of the range, but now the stupid thing won't even go down there. That's why not even trading the range is easy. Yeah, Deadeye Dave. That's what I'm doing too. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Shop Sui. Long 761. All right, Dan's in. Stop 743. CL 1 minute talk slow. Oh, go back down, oil. What are you bouncing for? Roll over. How nice would it be to have oil back below 70? That'd be amazing. So we got a little bit of a, is there some sort of maybe breakdown here? Get some continuation down through there. Or does it just come down through here and just snap right back up? Just chop right back up. Yeah, on that note, I'm not going to, no. Clay, if you could only use one EMA. I don't know. It'd either be the 50 or the 200 SMA. Probably the 200. I'll go with the 200. Price is pinned between call and put wall. Huh. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. I'd assume you're just saying between support and resistance being the put level and the support being the call level. That's my assumption, but I never quite heard it said that way. Interesting. I'm learning all kinds of new comments today. I learned something about the cash close. Now we got call and put walls and bada bada bing bangs. Shooby doo wop doo wops. Bing bang. I can't do it. I'm not buying that breakout. I can't trust it. If anything, I should probably short it, but I don't know if I trust it. I can put, okay, let's do this. I'll put my stop. Okay. Okay, I'm short. Let's see if it can reject the yellow line once again. Oh my goodness. Now I'm getting partials. All right, I got three. So I had 5. There we go. Let's just get my risk off the table. This thing's either coming down right now or it's just going to take me out and for overall small grain. And stopped out. Yeah. Gamma is positive and in a positive extension. Yeah. You're definitely smarter than I am when you're using all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, what is your name? Hyundai? Hyundai like Sunday? As soon as you have some practical ways to make money from the observations. That's what we're always interested in. So next time you know, and you have like an entry point as a number, a stop loss as a number, and a target as a number, give us those three numbers, and then we can follow along exactly with how you plan on making money from these observations you've been making. If it breaks with volume and confirms, should but see that okay. So you've given us a target. You've said 77.80. Okay, well, where are you going to buy and where are you going to sell? So you've given us one of the three numbers we're asking for. Again, I appreciate the observations and the thoughts, but like at the end of the day, practically speaking, how do you plan on making money from these observations and thoughts? So we get it. You think we could see 77.80, so I'd assume that's like a price target. What about your entry and your stop? What about those two numbers? And there it is, the fake breakout. Hopefully nobody here is totally shocked by that. It is getting spicier here, though. This is some nice little movement. I'm still waiting for the one guy talking about gamma stuff. He said 77 to 80. Gotcha. So that's his target. Still waiting for his entry point and stop loss, though. Well, that's the whole point of the number, Jay Keith. We can cut through all the stuff, all the words, all the cool sounding words he's talking about. Because at the end of the day, put walls and call walls and gamma exposure and this, that, and the other are just like words, right? We can all just say words, but trading is actually how do we turn these words into money? And you need to have a trade plan. That's why if people just give us three numbers, it helps out a lot. He'll let you know after the trade is done. I hope not. So ES also with the fake breakout. I would assume a lot of people probably had that trend line drawn in there. Now, if you were a scalpy scalper, plenty of room there for a scalpy scalp, but anybody looking for like a bigger move, that's right. Exactly, Wes. Okay, here we go. 77 would be my max target if volume confirms for a short trade. Stop would be at the bottom of breakout candle. Okay, well, let's do this. As soon as you know you're not, because to be fair, I understand some strategies you need confirmation first, but as soon as you get that confirmation and can give us an entry as a number, let us know. And then you'll also know what the actual bottom of the breakout candle is, and you can give us a stop loss as a number. And then right back to, I mean, the overnight low here is just long here. Stop 750. All right. I get what he's saying, but still, what Clay's saying is, how are you going to use it as your edge? Right. Yeah. Exactly. People. I'm all for it. If people want to share their observations, no problem at all. But an observation, ultimately speaking, is worthless. Right? Oh, I think it's going to pull back. That is an observation, but that doesn't mean, what does that even mean though? Like, okay, you think it's going to pull back, so how are you going to make money from the pullback though? You know what I mean? That's all I'm getting at. Is we all have observations within our strategy. We need to observe something. We need to observe a setup. But then we need to take it to the next level. Okay, how do we make money from this observation? Where are we going to enter? Where are we going to put our stop? Where's our targets at? Stuff like that. How did you know it was a fake break? I didn't. Nobody knows anything. But I mean, I don't think that's the most shocking thing. Given how choppy this is, the fact that it broke up and then came back down. Again, I didn't know that. Nobody knew that was going to happen, including myself. But like, I don't know if that's the most shocking thing to see. Again, if the people that want to use all this option stuff, that is fine. My only point is, at the end of the day, like everything, I think it's going to pull back. Even just saying I think it's going to pull back, so I'm going to buy the pullback. Okay, that still that doesn't mean anything, right? Because there's some very obvious questions. Okay, well, where are you going to buy the pullback? Where do you think it'll go? Assuming it's done pulling back. You could be wrong, so where are you going to put your stop, right? So even just saying I'm going to buy the pullback, ultimately speaking, is very, very worthless. I think it's going to go either up or down or go down. Yeah, that's intense. Okay, 770, 77, 60. Why are you just now telling us this? Okay, yeah, this is not how we roll around here. You were supposed to tell us, all right, 77.67, I'm in. It's a little bizarre you waited for the trade to work out really well, and now you're telling us where your entry would have been. You know what I mean? But like waiting 3 minutes and then telling us where your entry would have been, that's like total hindsight trading. But if you would have told us that you're buying, so if you would have entered in and then typed in the chat real quick, all right, I'm long at 77.67, like at that exact moment, then this is a lot more credible. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, that's fair. 77.67. Oh, no, we still have the same problem. Why are you just now telling us where your entry would have been? Like, I mean, we can all do that, brother. That's not hard to do. Look in hindsight and be like, okay, well, yeah, I would have gotten long there. Well, yeah, so would I. Can you tell us like something can you tell us a trade plan in real time though? That's what we're ultimately after. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all this option stuff. Like I have nothing against anything. Like at the end of the day, if you want to go outside every morning, look at the stars, and if the stars can help give you some sort of edge, I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, you ultimately do have to do it. You have to like tell the market where you want to enter as a number, right? Anyone know what time does SanDisk report earnings? Oh, is that today? BTC I would have bought at a cent. Yeah, yeah. This Fun Day guy, he seems like a nice person. So I hopefully doesn't, but hopefully he can also understand where playing the I would have game when hindsight's in your favor is also kind of like limited. Yeah, that's true. If your stop loss are being hunted, you got to be extra careful. My uncle sold a house to a preacher. Guy told him he made his money buying a stock. God hold him too, and it paid big. Why doesn't God give me stock tips? Yeah, always an interesting dynamic. All right, well, it looks like Fun Day's gone. That's disappointing. Oh boy. All right, have a good one, Steely. See you later, John. Yesterday you talked about a little more patience. Did I talk about that yesterday? I think I'm doing good. Wes, I mean, really, I'm shocked to see you say something that didn't imply it didn't have 2 plus 2 in it. Your stop can't be hunted if you don't have one. Well, yeah, the one guy yesterday was complaining about his stops getting hunted. I said, okay, if that is truly your premise, then do a mental stop. So like you can still have a stop without being hunted. What did you say was gone? Oh, Fun Day. Fun Day. Some guy, the police I was talking about earlier, or somebody earlier was telling us about. I was trying to understand how he would make money from his observations, and then he proceeded to tell us what he would have done with hindsight in favor. So I was trying to tell the guy, well, I mean, that we can all do that. We can all say how I would have played my observations in hindsight with hindsight. So I was trying to communicate that if we could get some numbers either ahead of time or in real time from him, that's way more realistic. Are you serious, Legendary? That was you under another name? Don't lie right now. Man, this can almost suckered me in. I was thinking, uh-oh, is this finally it? Nope, right back down. Okay, you're joking. Thank goodness. I was going to say, no, Legendary, why did you have to go back to your old ways? That was not a funny joke. You had me worried. To be fair, Benjamin, the guy that made the claim yesterday, he did say, no, I don't believe market makers are going to read my mind. So to his credit, he did say, like, okay, I'm going to start to do mental stops. But yeah, if there is people out there like, no, no, if I even think about a stop, they know. It's like, okay, all right, well, I mean that might be a bridge too far. So, or you think they can't read your mind, or you think they can't read your mind. Hey, he's here. Okay, on the 5 minute, I would be looking for potential short. Okay, 5 minute. Okay, let's see. You'd be looking for a potential short where? At the 50 MA. So okay, so his entry right there. 767 would be exit. Okay, so 77.60. Okay, exit, and where'd your stop be? And stopped out a few dollars above the 50. Okay, well, yeah, see, stopped out a few dollars above the 50. That's not that those are words. So like where would you put your stop? Because none of us know what a few dollars is defined as. This is the power of three numbers. It makes things totally black and white. Because now we have gray. Our gray is nobody knows how you define a few dollars. But if you just give us a stop as a number, voila. So yeah, what? Appreciate. Hey. All right, I like that. I like that. He's taking some feedback and he's not getting his feelings hurt. That's good. So what would your stop actually be at? Like what number would you put your stop? And by the way, if you're wrong and get stopped out, that's fine. That's no problem. Welcome to the club. Being wrong in a trade. We've all been there. We will all respect you for being courageous enough to actually give us numbers. So those numbers won't work on a 1 minute? What do you mean? Yeah, again, the people that think market makers are some be all end all are very they're misguided. I'm here at look above. No, I understand that. What I'm asking, what would your stop loss be? Like what number would your stop loss be entered in at? I understand your stop would be a few dollars. Well, that's the point. No, we don't know what a few dollars actually is. This chop is putting me to sleep. It's like a lullaby. It's a lullaby market. It's so rare for me to get it in a loss. Yeah. Who doesn't love trying to break some records? Two plus two equals lullaby market. That's right. Lullaby. Go to sleep. All right. Well, Hyundai like Sunday. We got two of the three numbers. Two of the three numbers for his trade plan. I'm about to go crazy. All right. See you later, Max. I entered long one. Oh, 1 hour and 15 minutes later. Oh my goodness. You've been in a trade for over an hour? This chop would be a good time to use a sniper for scalps. Yeah. No, this is very good for Scalpy. But even that's kind of hard. I mean, you guys saw me. I've been trying to play the chop. I just can't identify the bottom of the chop. I had entries down here several times, but the problem is, well, the chop actually never chopped down far enough. Therefore, I never got filled. Yeah, sitting on your hands, probably a wise move. Are there people who love trading narrow ranges? I think so. I'm sure there are people that love the range. Same, my hands are pretty warm and smelly right now. Ooh, I bet they smell like roses, don't they? I've been sitting on my hands, they smell like butterscotch. Yeah, this is absolute brutal back half of the live stream. I mean, when did this start? So this was all some good action here, and then yeah, basically in hindsight now started about 106. Yeah, over an hour now. Hey, all right. Hyundai like Sunday has given us a full trade plan. His stop is at 778. Okay, cool. You have our respect. Courageous enough to give us three numbers. Well done, sir. No, Clay, they smell like puppy treats. No, I'm telling you, they smell like apricots. Yeah. Wait, how do I do that? Okay, I think I gotta just first select it. I mean, a sniper shot can be whatever you want, but like, so right here, 12 ticks is the name of it. Surprise, surprise. The take profit is 12 ticks. Target price only. Or target price, take profit. I don't know what the TP stands for. Probably target price. Or take profit, probably. Yeah, there we go. Take profit. So there it is right there. So what do you do in this market? Yeah, this sort of stuff, what I've been doing. Just sitting on my, sitting on my hands, not doing a whole lot. I've been trying to trade. So what do I do in this market? I have not been sitting on my hands. I've been trying to trade. I just have not identified the bottom of the range properly, right? I've had several times, I don't need that anymore. I've had several times where I put orders down here to buy, but the problem is it just never came down far enough. So I have tried to trade this market, but the market has just not agreed with my entries, and I've misidentified the chop. Because every time it came down, I thought it would chop down a little further. I was wrong. So yeah, sure did. It still continued to chop, but I just defined chop the wrong way, which is why when people say, Clay, just trade the chop, trade the range. It's like, okay, yeah, but you have to correctly identify the range, right? You have to correctly identify the chop. And my failure this afternoon was identifying the chop in the downwards direction. Because I thought it'd come down here a little bit at some point, and as we're witnessing, nope. In fact, has it not only not come down, it's actually slightly been trending up. So yes, I tried to trade the chop. However, I misidentified. My definition of chop was wrong. Yeah. I see several of you calling it a day, and you know what? I agree. This is just probably as soon as the live stream ends, it'll explode. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it good here. Before you go though, if you are not aware of how you can help support the stream, so if you want to help keep it ad free and just keep the stream going while at the same time saving yourself some money, then code Clay, which is case sensitive, all caps, with any of these prop firms. So whatever promotions any of these firms are running, code Clay will give you that discount. So you are quite literally saving yourself money while at the same time helping to keep a stream you enjoy both ad-free and just keep the stream alive and going. So for everybody that has used code Clay, I thank you for it. You are a very, 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 very big reason of why, like I said, not only do I show up every day, but why it remains ad-free. So I'm going to call it good as I look over here at the 5 minutes, still just chopping around. On your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. I'll be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because usually I show up before 11 a.m. Eastern. And if you have notifications on, it'll alert you when I do go live. But like I said, started off very nice with the live stream. And then, man, this range right now has been pretty brutal. So it is what it is. But take care, everybody. See everybody back tomorrow. Code Clay. Hit that like button. Take care. See you back tomorrow.